So don't wait.
Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjim, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We're in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. Hello everyone! How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. Hello! You are literally assuming go, go, go! That's true. What is up, everyone? Hope everyone's ready for Cities in a Snap! Now, will they manage to build the best? Who is going to do the best here? I honestly don't know, because we got 4 very strong contestants, but not long now, because we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... begin! We are in with Cities in a Snap! Here we go, folks! We are going! And already we've got a few very interesting choices. Taradra and Luca immediately destroying the highway. Kiggy85 immediately trying to add an intersection. And Harry IQ with the I guess he's just going for some drainage ditch of some sort. Interesting, but I guess get your basics out of the way early. Kiggy's LUT looks really good and realistic. It does. I've loved the LUT he's using recently. I've been meaning to ask him which one he's doing, because I think it's a tweaked LUT. I don't remember how much, though. Remember out, Mr. Tommy, Harry or Eclipse Chris? No Harry or Eclipse Chris. There's Harry in here. Harry IQ is right there. He's participant number 4. What a great lineup. Indeed, Dave does. This is going to be an absolutely legendary lineup, I think. Absolutely legendary. And I hope everyone is ready to see some magnificent builds today. Absolutely magnificent. Let's go ahead and turn that music a little further down. There we go. Zoos. Indeed, Harry IQ has the best LUT, so they've got that going for them. Harry IQ has a pretty good LUT. I like that LUT a lot. I do like Kiggy's a little more because it seems a little bit, I think, a bit more natural, whereas Harry's looks a little bit more dried out, whereas Kiggy's looks like you actually know what rain is. And City Stork with 5 months CIS is an esport. Prove me wrong. I will not prove you wrong. You know why? Because it is Cities in a Snap. It is a weekly city building competition every week right here at twitch.tv/citiesinasnap. Kiggy's does look nice and earthy. It does. Now, the only thing I don't like about Kiggy's is it seems to accentuate his various, industries. So let's go ahead and talk about each of the individual participants. So, participant number 1 is a regular to the event, Taradra. Taradra is #eternally second. He has won a single event since beginning to play this, but he does an absolutely magnificent job every time because he always manages to get second. But the one time he did win was actually in Biffa's challenge, his 30-minute challenge, the population challenge. That's what it was. Whenever we did that as an event, a one-off tournament. But yeah, he's an absolutely magnificent builder, streams 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Taradra. And participant number 2, we have another regular to the event and someone that helps on the back end, Kiggy85. Kiggy85 is a moderator for Cities in a Snap and is also a magnificent city streamer, an oldie but a goodie. A lot of people are already familiar with him. And of course, participant number 3, we have Luca Farini. Luca is also becoming a regular to the event and is becoming quite known for his detailing because he has absolutely magnificent detailing skills. And I would say one of the best that we've seen in the competition because he takes a lot of care towards making sure that his city feels lived in. And I think that's an absolutely magnificent thing to strive for. And of course, participant number 4, we have Harry IQ, a newcomer to the competition, the only newcomer this week, but he has been building for a while, he knows his stuff, he is in everyone's communities, and he posts some screenshots that wow all of us. So you know what, we are really looking forward to what Harry IQ manages to do in just 2 hours time, because this is his first time with the time crunch. There we go, and of course we've got the first, do we have a giveaway going? Entry for Steam Key, Skydrift has started, courtesy of King Prox. It's a plane racing game. Nice! We've got a giveaway. Thank you, Kitty Claw, for that giveaway. Everyone, be sure to use !ticket to enter that giveaway for Skydrift. Skydrift is, as she mentioned, provided to us by King Prox, one of the back-end moderators. Also helps manage our Discord. The pizza's arrived, folks. The pizza's arrived. AJ, that's great. Do I get some? That's the only question here. Enjoy it, AJ. Enjoy it, indeed. Only if you share it with me. Other than that, don't enjoy. Don't enjoy. There we go. Marinated Beef Cubes, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. But while you're answering that, and while we are wondering about the mystery of whether or not Kazjim will get some of AJ's pizza, we're going to go ahead and start our interview cycle. That's right, because remember, we need to kind of get inside these participants' heads, see what they're all about. So first up, let's go ahead and check in with the one and only, the magnificent Taradra. What's up there, Taradra? Hello? Is that a Taradra? Oh, okay, I was like knocking on my glass hoping that you'd notice. Did that get your attention, I hope? Oh, okay, that happens. So how are you feeling? You took last month off from Cities in the Snap, but you're back with a vengeance. You're gonna get at least 2nd place, right? Hey man, that's good. It's good. Top half is better than bottom half. So, what do you think of today's map? What do you think of the theme? What do you think of your competition? Awesome. So, what do you think of the theme today? Zoos in a Snap. So do you work with zoos much? Do you work with park life at all very much? Wait, they can't hear me. What? Hang on, let me go ahead and recycle this. That's probably from the power cycling that happened. 1 second, let me leave and rejoin. There we go. They should be able to hear you now.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Yep, they can hear you. Beautiful. Okay. Sorry, folks. That's a technical glitch from earlier with the power flickering that we had. So, you mentioned earlier that obviously any of them were worthy of first place, but what do you think of the actual theme of zoos? Do you work with the Park Life DLC much? Do you like building zoos?
I enjoy the intention of Park Life DLC, but I don't like the execution. I think it's very poorly done, so I try to use it as sparingly as possible, but I do enjoy what it brings to the game.
Okay, so, like, how do you feel it breaks the game, though? Because I know that this is one of the most controversial things, probably, about the DLC, because obviously you either think it breaks it or you think it enhances it, and you're obviously in the break category.
So it really sucks if you have other DLCs. If you have the Disasters DLC and you have a park, something catches on fire inside, you can't save it unless you use the helicopters, and that ruins the experience of having a park because there's no way for service vehicles to get in and out, and if you give them an access road, you have to use mods in order to do that. But if you give them an actual road, people can walk in and bypass the fee to pay for the park, so it defeats the whole purpose of having a park.
Right, so yours is much more from the just like kind of the logic standpoint of kind of what's the point if you have both DLCs because they're kind of fighting each other at that point.
Yeah, I'm on the side of make sure it works the first time around and not have a buggy piece of mess.
Right, and it does seem like they could have done something for that, like maybe have like a little fire station that you could build on site, because I know that I've theorized a lot about they should introduce kind of the modular buildings, and I've long thought that you should have the ability to like install like just like a little fire, I guess like a, not really a station, but you know what I'm talking about, just like a little tiny fire hut or something with people that
I would love to have park services. That would be amazing.
Well, it'd be great, because right now we have the park vehicles, but that obviously doesn't do much except raise the value of your parks ever so slightly. Anyway, so, I mean, you've done this competition a lot, so really quickly, for people that are unfamiliar, why don't you go ahead and just, why do you like participating in Cities in the Snap so much?
The reason why I like participating in it is because Cities is a small category in the grand scheme of Twitch, and it's larger on YouTube than it is here on Twitch. And I think as part of being a smaller category, you got to reach out and help everyone out. And everyone should get a fair shake at being able to grow. So there could be people that are streaming this that have completely different people in their community as opposed to someone else. So bringing them all together in an event such as this allows everyone to be involved. It allows everyone to see the talent of others. We get to share ideas, and at the end of the day, the community just grows, and that's the positive thing.
Exactly. Not to mention I feel that we've all gotten better at building cities watching this, because I'm always amazed by things I see done on screen, because, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, this takes too much time, but then people are sometimes wowed by what the participants, people like, I mean, just any of you guys that have participated, most people have done things in 2 hours at one point or another that just shocks people to the core. I mean, your Biffa challenge that you did, for instance, that was one of the best things, and also the medieval town you did. I mean, you've done some great things that people are like, he did that in 2 hours, or 30 minutes in the case of the Biffa challenge, and so it's just like, yeah, like, we do that here, and it's just absolutely great. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of your hair, and I'm going to let you keep building, so you've got a lot of building to do, but of course we'll be chatting with you later. Folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Taraja. Be sure to check him out sometime. A lovely city streamer. Also does a lot of KSP. Go see his epic hardcore run.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime. And now, we're on to the magnificent Kiggy85. What's up, Kiggy?
Oh, Jim, how you doing?
Doing pretty well, absolutely great. Some technical glitches at the beginning, obviously, but you know what? We worked through them. That's how we do it here. So, Kiggy, you help out on the back end, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what kind of stuff do you do on the back end, really quick?
Well, we've helped a lot with all of the brainstorming for the new events and things like that. We keep an eye on the competitors' chat when, obviously, we're not taking part ourselves, just to make sure there's no dodgy goings on and people telling others and whatnot what the other person's doing.
Right. It also helps, like, if there's a technical glitch on their end, you know, it helps kind of clear that up. And it's kind of, people like you really do help the community out, because, like, you're one of the people, I guess, I think you sometimes spend more time in the other chats than you do in this chat sometimes, just because you're working so hard at that. And I do want to thank you for that. I really do. Because without people like you and the others, I wouldn't be able to, we wouldn't be able to have this event on a weekly basis. But into the contest itself, now the introductions are out of the way for those that weren't familiar. So what do you think of today's map? What do you think of your competition?
I love the map. It's, as soon as I saw it, I've already, as you can see, got something planned out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Give me a sec. Oh, excuse me.
Uh-oh, please don't die.
Competition-wise, no, I'm good. Competition-wise, I'm intrigued to see, because obviously it's Harry IQ's first time taking part, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is Harry IQ's first time. Of course, he's been viewing it since the beginning, though, so he's picked up some tricks.
Oh, yes. I'm very intrigued to see what he manages to do. I've watched his stream a number of times, and he does like to sort of hyper-detail, is what I would say. He goes in for more of the working with procedural objects and so on and so forth.
Exactly. He does it so masterfully. Absolutely masterfully, in a very unique way. He doesn't just take the ideas that other people use, but he also builds on them, and he has a lot of uniquely creative ideas that are purely Harry IQ, and I think that's definitely going to be a threat for you guys this week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And of course, you're familiar with that Luca kid, right?
Well, I mod for Luca, so yeah, I'm very well aware of what Luca can do.
And then, of course, Taradra, eternally second.
I'm surprised you didn't put him in as participant 2.
You know, I thought about it. But with the algorithm that runs in the background, he was seated as participant 1. So, yeah. I have an algorithm, I'll share it with you later, but yeah, there's just a simple algorithm that just looks on what their current win streak is and, like, how well they participated, things like that. And it tries to give everyone a fair shake at being equal parts participant 1, 4, 2, 3, etc., with a little bit of weight towards those that have done well in the past type. It's kind of complicated. Anyways, but what I do want to get into a little bit more is, so the zoo of it. So are you excited about this week's theme?
I am indeed.
So, do you build a lot of zoos? Do you like working with the parks? Do you have any strong opinions on them, one way or the other?
Well, who doesn't like going to a zoo, apart from obviously somebody who's scared of animals? They're fantastic places. You can learn a lot, see a lot. I haven't been to a zoo for myself in many, many years, but I have done, in some of my previous builds, some like safari areas where you can drive around and the animals are just free roaming. So that it opens up a lot of possibilities as to what you can build, technically.
Right.
I'm excited to
So you got a lot of cool ideas with that, and I'm really excited because, again, you come up with always some very creative solutions, but I mean, you do have less than 2 hours, which makes it a little bit of a pinch. But last thing before I let you go, so you've participated in Cities and Snack quite a bit, so do you have any tips or tricks for people, or even just, you know, I guess kind of advice for people that are wanting to participate or maybe on the edge about it?
I would say don't go into it with the mentality of, oh, I must win, because you don't want to sort of get let down if you don't do as well as you think you're going to do in your mind. Just go in with it, have a laugh, enjoy yourself. That's the main thing. It's a community event. It's there to be something which is just enjoyed by all. So just jump in, enjoy yourself. That's the main thing, really.
I like that. I really do. Folks, again, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, but any last words before I let you go?
It's 3 hours, right?
Oh my goodness, no!
I had to, sorry. No, nothing that I can think of at the moment. I just hope you like what I build.
Well, we'll have to find out. Folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Kiggy85. Be sure to check him out, see if he's a streamer for you. He streams Skylines 5 or 6 days a week sometimes. Sometimes he only does it a couple, but hey, you've got to focus on those studies. Either way, go follow him. See whenever he's streaming. And
Cheers,
next up, we have the mighty Luca. What's up, Luca?
Oh my god. Hi, hi, Cads. How are you?
I think that qualifies as bingo, folks. Anyways, so...
What? Okay, that's...
I scared a participant. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's fine. It happens. So...
That always happens.
It doesn't always. I think we did have a couple weeks back where it didn't happen. But either way, so you're becoming a regular in this competition, and you very much are into like the beautification, kind of the macro detailing bits, and a lot of kind of pedestrianism in your cities. Now, do you have any unique strategies that you're going to be adopting this week with zoos that you think are going to be useful, or do you think that you're just going to have to try and run that in parallel with the theme and just see how it goes?
So, the zoo is going to be a very central portion. It's going to be in this little valley section here. But the city itself is going to be centered around a very new idea in urbanism, which is removing highways. As you can see here, we have this highway here, which has these signs. The highway used to go through here. That is why there's that trench and that thing. But the city council decided to remove it. To instead switch to a more, bike a central approach. That is why they are starting to build intersections like this one, which clearly prioritize bikes over people who drive cars. And I'm gonna adopt that throughout the whole city. I'm gonna have all kinds of transportation that go to the zoo, and possibly even a railway. Where's the railway? There it is. So yeah, I'm gonna have a station and stuff. It's just a city that's trying to move away from the car, and because it's always been a tourism-driven city, because of the zoo, it makes more sense for them as well.
Right, and that's super awesome. I love the ideas you have there, because again, like, new urbanism is such a cool concept, and you really do adapt a lot of those ideas into your cities, and I think that's what makes your competition always so interesting, because you manage to take these, what a lot of people think takes a lot of time, very time-sink ideas, but you manage to do them in a relatively brief time. Do you feel like you've gotten better at them because of the time limit, or do you feel like you maybe were just better at doing it quickly than you gave yourself credit for?
I honestly don't know. That's a good question, though. I'm gonna think about that.
Ooh, chicken or the egg problem. So, what do you think of today's competition for you? You're up against some pretty stiff competition by the looks of it.
Indeed. I'm going against some really, really great builders, so let's see how it rolls.
Awesome. So, and then final thing for you. So, what do you think of the actual idea of zoos with as the theme? Do you work with zoos a lot? Do you like the Park Life DLC?
Now, zoos are probably one of the things I use the least, if I'm honest. Mainly because in my area there are no zoos, and when I say that, I mean it. I don't think there are any meaningfully sized zoos anywhere near my area. So, it's a bit of a oddball, let's say, for me, but I'm sure I'm going to be able to adapt. I have a bunch of cool ideas for the zoo.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what happens with that. So, do you have any final words before I let you go and let you build for the next hour and 40 some odd minutes?
Not really.
Awesome. Well, in that case, we're going to go ahead and let you go. Folks, this is twitch.tv/Luca_Free. Go check him out and see if he's the streamer for you. Streams Skylines, KSP, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll be talking with you later, Luca.
See ya.
All right. And now we are on to Harry IQ. What's up, Harry?
Oh. I'm good, thank you.
Glad to hear they're doing well. So, this is your first time in the competition. Are you nervous?
To be honest, yes, I am.
Ooh, why is that though? I mean, you're in here a lot. You're a friend.
I know that. It's just I don't know. It's not pressure really, but it's just the build and it's competition, you know. So.
Right, but would you say it's overall more good than bad, or is that yet to be decided, given that you're barely into the competition at this point?
Yeah, it's more good than bad. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. So, what do you think of this week's theme? This week's theme, zoos within the Park Life DLC itself. So, do you like the idea of zoos? Do you use the Park Life DLC a lot?
Well, I just got the Park Life DLC like last month, just for this for event. So I've not really used it much yet. So I'm kind of still experimenting with it, but yeah, I like the theme as well. I think it was a good one. It doesn't. I'm not sure if I've never actually built a zoo before, so I'm still. Yeah.
Ooh, never built a zoo before. That'll be interesting, because I think it's probably one of the more interesting ones to build, because it's a little less cookie cutter. Because obviously your city parks is like, okay, it's going to be plaza or tree based, and then you've got your, your nature reserves, which are basically just how much space do you have, and then obviously amusement parks, they don't really give you enough assets for, so it's more about compression there.
Right,
but
exactly.
zoos are a bit more of an open book, so I feel that that'd be a really interesting one. But and then past that, so what do you think of your competition this week? I mean, you're up against some people that are very regular to this competition.
Ooh, yeah. All the people today are like in it like loads. So yeah, I'm against some tough people. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. We'll see.
Awesome. And then I forgot to do this at the beginning because you are a new participant, so I do have to send you through the ringer on this. So why don't you go ahead and just tell everyone in chat a little bit about what you do with cities? Like, what can we expect to see from you in general?
Okay, so I'm Harry. I'm from the UK. I basically do realism builds. I kind of do like one-to-one scale of builds, and I do detailing as well. So that's mostly my content and streams. So I take it slow. So my build is probably going to be a bit smaller today and more detailed.
I mean, you've already got more down than Slay did that one time, so you're already ahead of him.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not details in the snap, so I can't be too slow.
True, you can't be too slow. But already, I mean, you're doing a great job, because even just that fact that you've got all the trees as backyards to those houses, that's such a minor detail that adds so much to an area. And really, when you think about it, in the grand scope of things, very little time you had to execute there. You lost, like, what, maybe a minute planting half those trees? Maybe a few. Exactly. Like, it's not much, and it adds so much to the area. Just little things like that. Absolutely masterful. So, can we expect to see any tricks or anything from you? Do you have any special plans, or are you just going to kind of be barreling in?
I don't really have anything planned. Well, my theme is Japan, so yeah, I thought that would be kind of interesting, a bit more unique, so I went with that.
That would be interesting. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you do. So Japan with zoos. We'll have to see how you pull it off, and I'm really excited to see how you're able to pull that off. Not if, but how. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and let you go, because you've got about an hour and 38 minutes left to build. No pressure.
All right.
Your time's almost a quarter of the way gone. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Harry_IQ. Be sure to check him out, see if he's the streamer for you. And we'll be chatting with you for the halfway interviews.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See ya. All right. Wow, that was a lot of people, a lot of talking, but you know what? Lots of great stuff happening here. Thank you, Veify, Gareth Hubble, for the subs there. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for your support of this community event. It really, really means a lot. I cannot emphasize that enough. And then also everyone with the testing redemptions. That testing redemption does nothing. There we go. Oh, gee, it's Cybex. It is. What's up, Cybex? Hope you're doing well. Sweetie, that sounds better. There we go. So, folks, what do you think of today's lineup? What do you think of today's competition? Are things looking good? Do you like what you see? Are you ecstatic to see what these folks managed to get done in 2 hours' time? Heyo, what's up there? Cybex has entered the fray. Ooh, someone get him out of here. There we go. I like what I see. I do too. I think we've got some very strong ideas for it. But honestly, I'm most intrigued by Harry's, actually, because this is his first time in, and he's going to the deep end against his competition, and he's also wanting to do this with a Japanese bent to it, and I'm not really sure how he's going to be doing that, but I am very excited to see him do it, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to do a fantabulous job. So for now, Luca, how to prove that his highway removal won't make his cities full of jams. Other way, well, I don't like it. Well, yeah, that won't be good, because too many jams will definitely break it, but Luca loves the new urbanism thing, so I think he's probably got a plan. In fact, you can see right now, he's already working with getting trams in his city, so I think that that should avert anyone's doubts about that, though he does need to get some water in over there. Much better than the last. Oh, why is that, Gratham? I believe in Harry. I love the new layout season step. Yes! I've worked hard on this one, Gratham. I've worked really hard on these layouts. And they're not done yet. I'm still tweaking them. I didn't have time to tweak them this week because this week we were working on some other alternative stuff. But yeah, you can see we've got the ticker down below with some basic information for you guys. That's going to be altered in the future. Of course, we've got the new logo up top, Cities on a Snap. And also, speaking of logos, folks, we are working on a new lineup of merchandise for you. That's right, we're working on a new lineup of merchandise because we've gotten lots of feedback from people of, hey, I wish we had this, wish we had that, wish we had the other. So we're going to be expanding our merchandising lineup, and that won't be ready until probably next week. At the latest, it'll be available by the finals, though. And I can't wait to show you guys what we've got planned for that, because boy, have we got some plans. Q-Boy, the third or fourth time I've seen you in the stream. I know, right? Josh, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hey guys, the premiere for next week's graphics are posted in Discord. Make sure to join for updates and cool announcements for the event. And also make sure you follow on Twitter for updates regarding the event. Also, if you want to support the event, please feel free to. There are a variety of ways. We have a Patreon. You can always use the PayPal links. You can also do things such as sub, gift, dono, all that stuff. It all adds up and it helps carry this event forward, because stuff like that pays for things like the new graphics overhauls, pays for things such as making Polyphony work a little better, because Polyphony has been getting an overhaul for Cities and Snap. Dear goodness gracious. Cass, congrats, Polyphony getting verified. Not verified, known. She's basically the equivalent of an affiliate for bots. So yeah, that's what that is. Kaz, hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing great, Josh. How have you been? It's been a while. I hope you're doing fantabulicious. Are you indeed doing fantabulicious? There we go. So, Irish, how are you doing? Look forward to it. Oh, yeah, Gratham's going to be absolutely great. But when is Gratham going to enter the fray, folks? That's the real question. Don't forget to sub to our YouTube and like the videos. Share with people you know so we can get even more participants. That's right, in the shake with the gift sub bomb to Irish Koala, John Lane, MVA, Toady YPQ, and Penno. Thank you so much for that gift sub bomb. High five. It really means a lot. Thank you so very much for your support. Can we get some love in chat? And also, welcome to the sub club, folks. And Josh with the gift sub to Stream Elements. High five, my friend. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for helping support this community event. It really means a lot. All of the love, hype for the Sheik, of course. Gratham, I thought we'd discuss this, and I just decided that you were entering. Minxie. Oh my goodness. Christoph, how are you doing? Hyper? You mean hype, not hyper. Wait, is hyper a thing? Maybe. So how's everyone's bingo cards going? Hope everyone's bingo cards are going well. And while we're waiting on those bingo results from people, let's go ahead and check in on what some individuals are doing. We've already checked in on Harry and Luca lately. Let's see how Kiggy's road system is going. So, Kiggy's been going this kind of pod-based approach of laying out roads lately, and I really love it, because all of these pod-style layouts, it means that you can have the advantages of a grid, but have the free-flowing nature of an organic road layout. And Josh with another gift sub to Nightbot! Thank you so much, it really means a lot. Thank you for helping support this magnificent community event. It really means a lot. Season Step, hey Kaz, hey chat, this is Potato coming to you live from Apocalypse Sky, California. How are you doing, Potato Lord? Hope you're doing well. How important is the city part of the zoo? It is worth a fair amount, because if you check out our rubrics that are available online, you will see that things such as population are worth 10 points, city size, 10 points. The theme, though, is worth 20 points by itself. So, again, there's a lot of room for manipulation there. And then obviously details 10, beautification 10. We are working on an expanded rubric. It's not ready yet though, because I got slammed with a bunch of extra work this week, but it will get done soon, I promise. We're working on that. We're working on the merchandise. We got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline. More bots giveaway. Now I need a way to prove I am just an advanced bot. I know, right? I know, it's definitely there, though. And Metalshine Mimia, thank you so much, Metalshine, for the follow. Really means a lot. I'm good and safe. Glad you are doing safe. Sweet Tea, I always rate the topic very highly, but I also like when the city is a working city. Exactly, and Gratham has hit the nail on the head, and that's why the only 20-point category is the theme, because we feel that should be worth twice as much as, say, a city's population. But a city's population and size are still worth about the same as the theme, as it stands now, though. Full disclosure, that is going to be changing with the updated rubric, because again, the rubric is going to be updated and evolved because we got a lot of feedback over the last half a year since we instated the current rubric, and we are going to be adapting it, and we're also going to release different rubrics for different styled events. So for instance, consoles will have their own subset of the rubric. We'll also have a unique subset for vanilla only. We'll also have a unique subset for details, and we'll also have another one unique to scenarios. So again, we've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. There we go. And then in the end, it's a city building game. And it's true, it is a city building game. Just the entire sky is turning yellow right now. That's not good. How are you planning to deal with pop and size for small towns? Gareth, you're gonna have to wait and find out. Woo! Details and snap hype. That's right. Doesn't happen often. It's true. There we go, and now we've got that, and that looks pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Kigi, but again, I do think he needs to perhaps have a few little bits of road that actually cross the highway, because one thing that isn't terribly good for a city's traffic is when everything has to bottleneck towards the highway. So I'd like to see him get 1 or 2 localized bridges that go across from one area to the other, but again, it's his city, his call. That's just how I would do it. Let's go ahead and check in with Taradra. Mr. Tommy, you knew we can build cities on this channel? I know, right? Cities in a snap. And it looks like Taradra's already got a good layout forming out here. He's got what looks like it will be his core area down there on the left. And then it looks like he's opening up a wide area here in the center. Now, the center might be where he puts his zoo, but he could also end up putting the zoo at the far end and make it to where you have to travel to the zoo instead of making it a centralized feature. We'll have to find out what that's going to be, though. And already, it looks like he's putting in some one-way systems to try and help out his traffic flow. That'll probably help him in the long run. I think it will, but again, you have to question why prioritize that so early on in the event. Shout out for Taraja. Indeed, by the way, French changes in Snap. I have a new idea to increase challenge level. We limit area with some kind of rocks. Let's try the first version of intersections in a Snap first, just me, and then we'll make adjustments. Kind of like with cities in a Snap, like the base event, we started out with just very basic versions, then we kind of evolved it over time. We will take the first intersections in a Snap, take data from that, and then we will see how we need to evolve it going forward. Because I always say it's best to start with the baseline of something before you get crazy. There we go. Hey, chat, let's make the chat for a 4-way to annoy Kaz. No, don't do that. What's up, Miss Vey? Hope you're doing well. We are doing well. I hope Miss Vey is doing well. Also, that guy that you're stuck with, Veya Try, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Oh, wait, I want to do intersections in Snap, too. I know, it's going to be a different event. I'm still working out the timings of it, but it's probably going to be a separate, probably 30-minute or an hour event that happens earlier in the day on Saturday or briefly on Sunday. I don't know which one it's going to be. I'm still looking at the logistics of it, but if you're interested in it, don't fill out an application for don't fill out an application for intersections in a Snap. Send me a message directly saying I am interested in intersections in a Snap. That is how you need to let me know, because otherwise I'll just lose it in the applications and then it'll get confused. Rocks and Stop win. Gaz will count me in for both details and intersection. Dude, usually working, you know that we've got a details and snap coming up. Because folks, remember, if you're a detailer, be sure to message me if you're interested in this upcoming details in a snap, the first Saturday of October. That's right, October 3rd, we've got our next details in a snap event, and then we have the regular competition after that. It's going to be absolutely lovely. But yeah, be sure to hit me up if you're interested in that, and it'll be absolutely lovely. I don't know when intersections will be, but it will be at some point. Here we go. Yeah, also just for 4 sides. Heavy traffic and points, budget, flow, and some other stuff. Exactly. Rocks and Snap win? Obviously. Yes, please, Potato Lord. We are okay. Thank you, Kaz. Zeus is a great theme. I like it. I'm glad you like it, Miss Vey. I picked it and I was thinking, I wonder if Miss Vey will like this. And it turns out she does like it, folks. So guess what? I win. What do I win? I don't know what I win. But you know what? I win it. And let's go ahead and I'd like to get some opinions here from our reigning champion. Because we've got Mr. Tommy around here. So let's go ahead and ask Mr. Tommy what he thinks here. Because keep in mind, he's going to have to face whoever wins here tonight. So let's go ahead and check out what Mr. Tommy has to say.
hold on. That was a little bit of unnoticed. Hold on. Sorry, there I am. Okay.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
So, Mr. Tommy, hi. How are you?
Well, I just got back home just in time for Cities in the Snap. I was in southern Germany for a few days. So,
Oh, you were. What were you doing there?
yeah, my father married actually, so I was at his
Oh,
wedding.
nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah,
Well,
so-
congratulations there.
Thanks, man. Thanks. So, well, zoos, huh?
Yeah, Zeus. So, what do you think of this week's theme?
Well, I'm glad it's not the final theme because I'm terrible at zoos and I never built any. So I'm glad that's not for the finals. But zoos can be a lot of fun. I'm really interested in seeing what the guys will do. Because you can just use the normal zoo theme from the DLC, but maybe they can change it up with making some own zoos themselves without just using the normal DLC stuff. So I'm really interested to see, and I think I see a fire. So I do have fire on my bingo card, so I put fire on. Hold on, there it is.
Gotta mark that off your bingo card. I mean, hey, bingo is why we're all here. We're not actually here for the competition. It's really just bingo.
Yeah, we need to discuss the pineapple thing also today, so they can also check that for my bingo.
I'm going to try my best not to discuss that, and I'm instead going to try and steal the conversation. So you've got actually a lot of pretty good competitors here. So
Yes.
I would say that probably the most aligned with how you build would be probably Harry IQ, followed closely by Luca. So do you feel kind of the same way?
Well, I've actually not seen them build a lot on stream. I checked Luca a few times, but he was mostly playing Kerbal Space Program, I believe the game was called. But so far what I see, especially from Harry, well, I really like the Japanese style, and also I like to switch it up, just not use the normal buildings, just try something different. And well, Harry is doing the same right now, so I'm really interested to see how that will end up, because a lot can happen in 1 hour and 25 minutes. So there's still a lot of possibilities for all of them. I also like Turaja, what he's doing right now, but he needs to hurry up a little bit, I think. But so far, it's looking great. And let's see who else you have on the screen right now. This is
You got Taraja and Kiggy.
Turaja and Kiggy. Yeah. Well, Kiggy, can you show me Kiggy? Oh,
Of course.
I'm showing Turaja right now.
We can show you Kiggy.
I show Kiggy, nice. Hold on. Let's see what Kiggy's doing. I like the way he puts his roads down. I'm not a big fan of using too much grids, and I like that Kiggy is using all kinds of different roads, adding already having the trees, doing some curbs. I like what he's doing right now. I'm not sure where he will put his zoo though, making it part of the city, of course.
I'm wanting to say he'll probably have it as like a separate little event place in the city.
Yeah.
That's what would really make sense. And really quickly, Quarter Pounder, yes, that is an effective way to do it. It's actually a great way to, as I mentioned earlier, because I was actually talking about Kiggy's pod method, but also Taradra's kind of harp-shaped system. It can work really, really well because you get the advantages of a grid, but you still get the organic feel of a city that kind of fills in the gap, so to speak. Anyways, so...
Yep.
Back with what Kiggy's doing, I think I do agree, like, he's gonna have possibly a little bit of a harder time, though, in my opinion, getting the zoo to fit, because it seems like he isn't building a place where his city can integrate with the zoo. Now, he could very well just build an extension to his city that then grows into the zoo, but as it stands right now, I think I had to say that he's gonna have the worst time getting it connected fully.
Yeah, because, of course, what I said earlier in chat, I like to see the theme with or within with the city. It's great to see an amazing zoo, but I also want to see a nice city, of course, which comes with the zoo. So I hope to see Kiggy doing something to integrate the zoo inside the city, or maybe just around. We'll have to see. Still, like I said, 1 hour, 20 minutes. A lot can happen. There can be a lot of building done. And I see him going up with the road. So I'm really interested if he... Oh, there's his city. Okay. Well, I'm really curious what Kiggy will do.
His is very much a grand plan type thing, but then we've got Taraja over here, who Taraja is always a threat. I mean, Taradra, he actually has one of the highest overall performance ratings in Season Snap, despite only having one first place pull so far. Now, I think Taradra getting into the final would be very interesting, mainly because he'd finally be in a final, and also because he builds so much city in his time. He has almost always gotten the highest marks each week whenever it comes to city size, and that is ridiculous. He does such a good job, and he always gets at least some points in the theme and the details and the beautification category, so that's going to be a threat because people like you and Harry IQ, you focus so much on some great details that you sometimes have a smaller city than the others. In fact, I mean, if you've looked at your scores, you'll even be able to verify that, yeah, you can build as beautiful as you want, but then if someone with a beautiful and super large city comes in, that's where the real threat comes to you. So do you feel like that's going to be a bigger threat for you if he gets into the final?
Yeah, well, he builds a little bit the same like I always like to see it when Cybex is in. They build really great cities, more American style than I would say Europe style cities. But in the end, if you watch the rubric, there's also a lot of points for city, for population, for size. So that comes to in the end on the points. And I think a lot of people in the chat like to see a bigger city with a nice theme to it than seeing a smaller city with a nice theme. So I definitely think if Taradra is to win it today, he will be a very great threat for me and probably also for Chris, probably.
Right.
But,
now, really quickly, so obviously I announced the I announced the monthly theme for the final. I announced that much earlier than usual because it was pretty obvious to most people, because it's like, oh, there's 4 types of parks. There were 3 qualifiers, so obviously the 4th one is going to be probably the final. So I decided that there was no point in me keeping it a secret. So what do you think of this month's final?
I like it because a nature reserve is not just a small thing. Nature reserve can be so many things. If you Google nature reserve, you see forests, you see deserts, you see more like what's it called, island-styled nature reserve. So there are so many things that you can do with a nature reserve. It doesn't just have to be a huge forest with a lot of trees and campsites. It can be so much more than that. And I'm really interested to see how Chris, but also the other 2 winners from this week and next week, how they interpret a nature reserve. So that's what I'm really curious. Yeah, I'm also doing something different for the nature reserve, of course, but that's for the finals.
Ooh, any secrets you want to give us? And also any tips you want to give people? Because, I mean, you're actually geared up right now to potentially become the longest reigning champion in Season Snap history. So, as someone who might be potentially taking that title away from the current kind of all-time highest rated rating champion, do you have any advice for people that might be wanting to enter Season Snap?
Well, advice for signing up cities in the Snap is that you should definitely just do it. Just have fun. You don't have to participate to win. You don't have to participate to get a prize or whatever. Just participate for the fun. And the reason why I joined the first time is just to challenge myself a little bit, meet other people, meet some new people that also like the game just the way I like to play it. And if you want to enter, just enter. Of course, I'm extremely nervous every time that I have to participate. I can't plan anything for that entire day because my nerves get really onto me for that day. But in the end, when I'm playing, when I'm talking, when I'm seeing the other builds, it's just so much fun. And I think you should just participate for the fun, not for the win. Just join in to have a great time, meet some other people, and in the end, just show what you got, what you can do, what you like. And everyone builds a different city, builds a different theme. But that's what I like so much about this game, is that just build what you want, what you like, and yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Everyone can be themselves. They don't have to pretend to be someone. Just be yourself, have fun, play the game. And that's the tip that I want to give. So definitely everyone should join. And Chris, I see you chatting, but hold on, I'm not done with you yet. We'll see you in the finals, Chris.
I think this wants vengeance. Like, I mean, I'm sensing a little bit of a rivalry here. Do we need to stage a little bit of a rivals match between you two?
I always remind Chris of an earlier final in June, how that ended up. So, yeah, we'll see about this month final again.
All right, well, best of luck, folks. Again, this is twitch.tv/Mr. Tommy, our current reigning champion, potentially going to be the longest reigning champion. We'll have to find out in 2 weeks' time. But best of luck, and good luck quaking in your boots the rest of this week as you get nervous about who you get to face off against.
Thanks, man. I'll be prepared in a few weeks.
Awesome. And we are back, folks. So, yeah, this is going pretty well. I love this week's theme. I've seen a lot of people even talking to me. We've got some great ideas about this theme. So, whose build are you guys liking the most right now? Because this is about the point where we can start seeing people's build come together. Whose build do we like the most? Whose build do we maybe like the least? Whose build do you think is the most creative? And who do you think has the most potential? I got drowned. You did. There you go, Drowning Even. Thank you for the follow there, Cat Girl. Really means a lot. Thank you so much, Kitty Cat Girl. That's what it comes out to. There we go. And then, hi, Gratham. Not seeing you in a while. Gratham's around. I think we shall have a vote for seeing how many people will watch, compete, and interchange in a snap. Last calls for the giveaway. Oh, we're about to end a giveaway, are we? Ooh, we're about to end a giveaway. That's always a good sign. But yeah, let's go ahead and make a little poll. Let's actually, I would like to find out who is interested in intersections in a snap. Let's see here. Intersections in a snap. Let's see here. 30 minutes event. There we go. So we'll say it as like a 30-minute event roughly. Let's see here. Interested viewing. Let's see here. Interested as viewer. And then interested as competitor. Except I can't spell for some reason. And then interested as both. Let's see here. Not interested. And then don't care. Okay. There are our various options. Be sure to make your voices heard, folks. Make your voices heard. This is what it's all about. Because remember, folks, you guys help dictate the future of this event on a week-to-week basis. You guys help determine what we do, what we pursue, etc., etc. As well, I spent today 1 hour on 3-way rural intersections, so... There we go. Be sure to enter that. And it looks like, ooh, we might have... Yep, you already had too many tickets. Yeah, the giveaway is over, and Beef Cubes has won the giveaway! Congratulations, Marinated Beef Cubes! You have won! Congratulations, my friend. Be sure to hit up Kitty Claude so you can win your prize. Or claim your prize, rather. Kaz doesn't really need to spell correctly. The letters will reach the right spot just because of his aura. It's true! Congratulations, because I like Harry IQ and what he's doing. I do like what he's doing, and honestly, I think him and Luca are really starting to steal the show. Now, granted, Kiki and Taraja have a lot more infrastructure down. So right now, they are going to have the most infrastructure in the end, as it stands right now. But Harry IQ and Luca both are doing phenomenally. This is going absolutely amazing. By the way, guys, we are on the Minecraft server too. It's true. There we go. I love your windmill, Nightmorphous. Oh, does he have a windmill now? Oh my goodness. You are. Well, have fun on that Minecraft server. There we go. I'll have to hop on there later today and see how you guys are doing. I'll have to check that out. Look, love Luca and Harry. Exactly. I love what Harry's doing here. But again, I think Luca's concept is really good. Because again, that new urbanism idea, that is something that he and I have talked about till we basically croak. I mean, we love talking about that, and he's so passionate about it. He loves commentating on it, and I think he's got a great set of ideas. Now, if he can manage to scale it up and maybe make it look like part of the city has still not adapted yet, then he could really scale up, have a lot of city, but still have this unique factor to it. And that might be the key to victory, but it's all about whether he thinks about that in time. Because remember, folks, you guys can't go tell him. He's got to come to it on his own terms. I need you, Morph Man. I haven't finished my windmill yet. Oh, rip. Never count Taradra out. He always pulls magic out of bag at the last minute and comes second. It's true, he does. And that's why I refuse to count anyone out. That's my concern, sir. I like what Harry is doing, but isn't it a little bit too early? Oh yeah, it's a bit too early. It's absolutely a bit too early. But again, it is interesting that those bottom two are really, they've got a lot of good things. But yeah, it is too early to tell. But again, I'm really loving what I'm seeing. I love Harry IQ's idea here. And is he potentially looking at making open enclosures? Because it looks like he may be trying to go for open enclosures. In which case, that's going to be a very unique concept. He's going for living by the river, too. Very nice. Yes, Kiki loves working with water, and I can't wait to see what he does with that. Because, again, this has a grand set of rivers. For those that... Oh, I don't have the link posted yet, do I? Oh, my goodness, this is so embarrassing. Hang on. Let me grab that URL for you guys, so that you guys have this. Polyphony, edit, map. Boom. There we go. All right, the map command is now edited and ready to go. Terrific ideas on how to build will be incorporating into my builds. Kitty Cat Girl, that's what this is all about. I mean, honestly, we have all gotten so much better. In fact, in chat, just sound off. Who here has improved their building since starting to watch Season of Snap, or you can participate? Who here has improved their building, gotten techniques, gotten some encouragement, etc. from this event? Because I feel like I've gotten better and better because of this event, because there are so many amazing things, absolutely amazing things going on. My building has been degraded a lot. What building, Maestro? Wah wah. The willow trees. I think one of the mods had already done it. Oh, they had. Rip. There we go. Me, what's up there, Beef Cubes? There we go. Me. Ooh, wow. Sounds off. We all have here. There we go. Have gotten better by watching everyone. It's true, Raven Lunatic. I am just used to rush it compared to enjoy the little details. Yeah, exactly. But again, you can do Cities in a Snap and have incredible details. I mean, look at this. This is phenomenal. Like, Harry doesn't have a small city either. He does have a city down. I mean, it is a little on the small side, but it exists and it's there. And what's interesting is he's spending so much time on details. Again, he does need to worry about scaling up though, because right now, Taradra, he is playing to his strengths. He's building a huge city. He's going into the theme, and it's possible that he's just going to kind of toss things like beautification details out the window, which again, you could do that by winning, but I think he might be trying to play into his strengths with that, which could be a very wise decision. And it looks like the majority of people are interested in some way, shape, or form. Interested as both. Okay, yeah, so we do have some people interested, so that is something that we could definitely see happen at some point. Don't get too good. I want a convincing third. Well, I improved. I finally installed City Skylines, so I mean, hey, that's always something. Presses air horn. Me! I'm building. It's true. My asset list has gotten better, at least. It's true. I feel like I've always grown my asset list watching this. Hi, everyone. Hello, me. What's up there, Dijode? Hope you're doing well. I've actually learned to take my time because of CIAS. Interesting, Mr. Tommy. That seems a bit opposing. Gareth, we update stream elements command, but not polyphonies. Yeah, there we go. Wait, oh, you updated that one? Oh, that's not good. We need to fix the other one. There we go. Added another 20k pot swings. Yeah, just so you know, moderators, you can always update that command. You can always update the map command. Luca is my go-to boy for intersections. He's a good one. Add another 20k pot to my city today. He does great intersections because he spends a lot of time. He works on making them feel like they fit. And honestly, he's one of the people that recognizes that you can't just sit there and plop in intersections. You've got to design your intersections. And designing a good interchange really steals my heart. It absolutely does. I have learned to write and create a story in only 2 hours. It's true. The Singapore Safari Zoo has open enclosures where many road trains drive along narrow path, and the enclosures have no barriers, but a ditch between the road and the enclosures. So he could be going up for that. He definitely could be. I have learned to write and create a story in only 2 hours. It's true, you have. And your stories have gotten better. Your stories have gotten... Because, like, the first couple were like, oh, man, this is so good. It's also got that level of cheese, but we also love it for that reason. Whereas now it's just like, this is actually really engaging. Like, I'm interested. I want to know what happens next. You've gotten really good at that. And folks, Josh with the tier 1 sub to Raven Lunatic. Thank you so much for that gift sub, my friend. Thank you so much for helping support the Cities in a Snap event. Can we get some love in chat for Josh? And welcome into the sub club, Raven Lunatic. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the special privileges and special privileges in Discord. It really means a lot. I wonder if everyone has thought of having an air balloon ride going over the zoo. That would be fun. And Beef Cubes receives another gift gift sub from Josh316. Can we get some love in chat for Josh for helping everyone get their emotes unlocked? Because you gotta love those Season Snap emotes, because they are really fun. And plus, they have a great tag, Cities1, so it's really easy to remember. And another sub to Kitty Cat Girl. My goodness, you are on fire, Josh. High five, really means a lot. Can we get some love in chat for everyone? Absolutely, madman. He's trying to claim the prize from Pumpkin. He knows that Pumpkin had the golden gift basket. Going ham, thanks to the gift sub. Indeed. Error. What? Where's the error? Big sub love indeed. Mexi Rose, 1 commission free for friends. Ooh, nice. There we go. Socials. There we go. And folks, be sure to check out our Twitter, check out that YouTube, and subscribe to that channel. Share it with people that aren't familiar with the event, because if we can start to get some of those folks over, we will be able to grow our participants. We'll be able to have the event more often if you want. We'll be able to do all sorts of madness. Apply for CIS next week. Hope I get in. I've already got my small town ideas percolating. Nice, Grimpone. I actually did see your application, and I'm not going to reveal anything, but I did plan on releasing the bracket today. Obviously, I ended up doing some bot development instead of getting that out, but I super duper promise it's going to be great. It'll be absolutely fabulous. And with another gift sub to Potato Lord. High five, Josh. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for those gift subs. And Potato Lord, be sure to enjoy those emotes and special privileges. I'm not the only one that noticed the kerning of the font in the Facebook post, am I? I did not notice that because I don't really check Facebook. You could also use autonomous buses to travel around the zoo. True! Very true, Griffin. And I'm actually excited because I think having transit around the zoos is going to be a fabulous way to continue these, because, again, a zoo is one thing, but think about it. A lot of zoos, at least here in the States, a lot of zoos have, I always call it the kiddie train, but really for some it's actually just more of a way to get to different parts of the larger zoos. But just normally like a little tiny train that you can either use for sightseeing or to get from one side of the park to the other. And I'd be really excited to see folks doing that here. I'd be really excited to see the automated buses, maybe some safari routes if you were to go that route. In fact, I'd love for someone to do an actual safari. That would be really hype. Ooh, October bracket soon? Yep. Maybe it was the other type of bot. Maybe. I can't wait. I wanted to experiment with the cable car system in the zoo. Nice, that could work. Happy potato noises. Wait, what noises does a potato make other than crunch whenever I eat a crunchy one? Cable cars are a great MT system. Carry oodles of people. They only carry like 30 people. They don't do anything. Oh my goodness. Zach PUBG, thank you so much. Be sure to hop in that Discord. Lol, Harry's giraffe. Yeah, that giraffe was just wandering around. I did see that as we transitioned. That was a really funny time for me to transition. But I did want to see Taradra here because, again, Taradra doesn't have hardly anything for the zoo down, but again, he knows what he's doing. He's playing to his strengths, and I think he's going to manage to pull it off. I absolutely do. There we go. My local zoo has a monorail. Right, exactly. There are lots of zoos that have these type of things, and it's just a fun little way to get across the other ends of the zoo. And I know in our case, because we have the Oklahoma City Zoo, it's kind of the best way to get to the elephants and giraffes because they're kind of in their own little pod a little bit further away from the rest of the zoo than most people would care for. It's like a good 20-minute walk, and so you can hop on the train and do it in like 5. And not just because it's actually faster, but because it actually goes through a couple of the exhibits, which makes it a lot more efficient. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Blinto, that's fine. You're always on time to see some cities in a snap action. Is Taradra's city layout based on fossils? That would be funny, but I don't think so. I think he's just going for fill in the gaps type thing. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. No, you're fine. My local zoo is just a European bison enclosure. And Kaz gets to get on a train. Kaz likes trains, that's true. Current giveaway, Park Life DLC, donated by Cities Dork, and former Skydrift, donated by King Prox. Thank you both! Yes, thank you so much for those. In fact, when are we going to be starting that next giveaway, Kitty Claude? Isn't it about time we get started? I think it's about time to get started. There we go, and it's already rolling. Sweet, be sure to use !ticket to have a chance to win that giveaway, folks, for Park Life. And again, this is sponsored by a community member. Thank you so much. And remember, folks, if you ever have something like this you want us to give away to the community, be sure to hit me or Kitty Claude up and we will get you in. Because again, I want to thank people like Kitty Claude who help make the giveaways possible by being our giveaway warden. Thank you so much, Kitty Claude, for managing those giveaways for us. And also for staying on top of me so I remember to do the giveaways sometimes. Evening, Chris. What's up, Clips? Chris, how are you doing? How's it going? Indeed. Hey, Blinto, how's your wife and twins? Oh, yeah, how are the wife and twins, Blinto? For some reason, I completely had a blank. I forgot about the twins. But yeah, how are the twins? I hope the twins are doing well. Hope they're doing marvelous. And let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and try to dive in and see what Harry is doing, because he's doing some interesting things. Sorry, not Harry, Luca. That was the screen I wanted to push. There we go. That's the screen I wanted, Luca. Because he's doing these walkways over the reservoir, and it looks like he's actually using the zoo pathways, which indicates to me that this is going to be a critical part of his zoo infrastructure. And I'm really excited because something that a lot of people forget about in their cities Skyline zoos is the fact that you can have the water features, and I'm pretty excited to see what he does. In fact, yeah, you've got the zoo building over there, so it looks like that's what he's doing. Now let's see what he manages to get in as far as the buildings, because again, he's got lots of interlocking pathways. It's very zany to look at, but it all makes sense. It all goes to different directions. Let's hope that he's got a good plan for the entry point, though, because again, with how pedestrian friendly his city is, he's got to make sure that it can both have emergency vehicle access and be a good access point for all of the pedestrians. So that's gonna be a little bit tricky. Yeah, getting big. I'm very hungry. I'm very hangry. Thanks for asking, folks. Blinto, always. You're a valued community member. Always, always. I've seen some extremely rural zoos that are moderately big with not much of a town city around. Oh, interesting. I haven't... The smallest zoo I've been to is probably my home city of Springfield's zoo. There we go. And what's going on over here? There we go. What's going on right here? Oh, you're talking about on the low icon. Yeah, we've talked about that answer. It's pretty much just there, though. It's just a meme at this point. The Oakland Zoo is up in the mountains above the clay area. Nice. It's eating a fruit slice, ice lolly, and also enjoying CIAS. What's not to enjoy about CIAS? Because, folks, it's an absolutely magnificent time for all. Because you know what, folks? We're coming down to that 1 hour remaining mark. Can you believe that, folks? We are already at the point where there's 1 hour remaining. That is absolutely nuts. Our time is halfway over. I ate sweet corn with spices, some butter, and green herbs for dinner. Nice. Sounds very good. The Bay Area. Yeah, the Bay Area has several, but the San Francisco Zoo itself is a huge zoo. Absolutely huge. And it's absolutely magnificent. I've seen pictures. I want to go to it in person sometime, but obviously that has not happened because I haven't really traveled. But you know what? That's fine, folks, because we are now less than 1 hour to go in Cities in a Snap. That's right. Oh my goodness. 1 hour remains. That is absolutely nuts. And also, great timing there, King Prox. Absolutely great. And an hour to go. An hour left. All of them don't feel like they have done a lot of zoo stuff. Luca's the only one that's really gone into it, and then Harry IQ has kind of dabbled into it. But it looks like Kiki might be getting ready to dive in to his zoos, because let's take a look here. Looks like he's got some parking lots, which again, most zoos you'll come in, you'll have a little bit of a parking lot right immediately in front, and it looks like he may even have a little bit of a drive to get there, so we'll have to see what's going to happen there. What's the largest zoo in the world? I don't actually know the answer to that. I don't even want to go to a zoo if there are any in Qatar unless it's only camels. And Blinto with the sub! Can we get some love in chat for Blinto? Get the love in chat. Also, be sure to congratulate him on the twins. The twins are hangry, but they are adorable. I've been there once and I live about a 2 hour drive away. I would like to go again. Nice! There we go. Shout out for Kiki. There we go. Shout out for all of them, folks, because all these folks are doing absolutely amazing. And folks, remember, you can also hop into our Discord to see exclusive behind-the-scenes action, see all these builds post-mortem, and also just to hang out with the community. We've been posting mod stuff. We've been posting workshop ideas. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening over there. You don't want to miss out. So go check out the Season Snap Discord if you want to be part of this magnificent community. But with all that aside, it's time for us to go and check out the individual participants again, because we're past the halfway point. It's high time we have a chat with these folks. So let's go ahead and start out by having a chat with the one and only Taradra. What's up there, Taradra?
Hello.
So, you've gotten a lot of city laid down so far. Holy heckamole. So is that part of your strategy, or were you expecting to maybe move on from that part by now?
I would do something else, but you put me under such duress earlier because I felt like I was losing so much time with your audio stuff that I got frazzled. And I started building a road in the wrong direction, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to run with it. So we've been running with it since.
It was obviously on purpose, because, I mean, we all know that I'm just out to get you, right? I mean, you do know that, right?
I really don't care either way.
I'm probably not out to get you, and if I am, I probably won't admit it. But you've got a lot of city down, and I did see you doing that. So, and you're doing something a lot of people are calling it kind of the harpsichord shape for your city roads. Is that an intentional thing, or did it just end up looking like a harpsichord over there?
No, so like the industrial is very rigid and very grid-like and very one-way roads. The residential's kind of flowing. We're using the larger squares for the heavier and the smaller squares for the light. They're going to throw in some commercial. It's just kind of vibing and rolling with the hills. Nothing too crazy with it. But the way I look at it is, you can't really have a zoo or a park unless you have people living in the city first. So we're getting everything plopped down, and we're going to get that cooking, and while that's cooking, we're going to build the park, and everything's going to be great by the end of the build.
Right, so where is your zoo going to go? Because a lot of people are just wondering, where is Taraja going to place the zoo? Because at this point, it's clear that you're going to have a lot of city. A lot of city, but we're curious where your zoo's going to go.
All right, so what we're going to do is, right here where this river is at the very beginning of the map, we're going to turn this into a hiking trail that opens up into a nature reserve. And I've got animal spawns that I've downloaded off the workshop that we're going to put in here as like an overlook, kind of Jurassic Park type feel. Then over here along this boulevard is going to be a bunch of giant zoos interlinked together to form one giant zoo. And each one's going to focus on a specific animal. So we're going to have like marine animals here. We're going to have like giraffes and rhinos over here. And then we're going to have everything else over here on this side.
That is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, because at first I was like, man, where's it all gonna go? But that's a really solid plan. Well done. Can we get some applause for Taraja? Like, that's a really good plan. I love it. So, I mean, honestly, I have full confidence in that plan. So is that a plan that you've had from the beginning, or was this more just you adapting to the map once you saw it?
No, I was kind of going to do that anyways, regardless of the map, but this one actually kind of gives it to me. I can utilize this entire water section here. So I bought the tiles out into the water because I kind of want to do like an entire marine animal part by itself off here to the side. So this is just going to feed into itself. It should look nice when everything's said and done.
Oh, I'm really excited for that now, and oh man, I can already see it in my head too, and I love that visual reference you made to the Jurassic Park stuff with having that big open space, and I think that's a great use of using nature reserves to kind of create, I was talking with Chad about this, but almost like a safari exhibit within your zoo. So, I mean, that's absolutely lovely. Too bad you can't get the actual, what are those called? The spheres that they ride in Jurassic World? Too bad you can't get those in.
I mean, no, but you can do hot air balloon tours, which is what I'm going to do.
Right. That. Oh my goodness. Someone in chat joked about that too. Are you stalking chat? Jeez.
So I'm not stalking chat, but I am lurking stream. But I'm not reading chat. I'm focusing.
No, I know. I know you're not. I'm just teasing. All right. Well, I'm gonna get out of your hair so you don't accuse me of rattling you too much.
Bye, Cash Jim.
See you, Taraja. Folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Taraja. Be sure to check him out. See if he's a streamer for you. And good luck with the rest of the build.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right. And now we're on to the magnificent Kiki85.
Hello.
All right, I used magnificent and Kiki in the same sentence. You owe me $20.
Really? I thought it was 40, but actually, yeah, no, I'll pay that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's half off today. You know, I'm feeling generous. Anyway, so
well, thank you.
You've got a couple of interesting things here. So you've got a fair amount of city down, and you're just now kind of getting into the zoo of it. So you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing here? Because I think I know what you're doing, but I kind of want to hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
I want to know what you think I'm doing.
I want to hear what you're thinking first, because I mean you're the participant.
Very true. Right, so we're kind of making a safari-styled area. I've just got to get this bus route right for it to work properly, though. So basically, the idea is they will be able to just get on this wonderful, well, you'll see in a minute if I can get it working, this wonderful bus route that will take them to a mid-area where they can stop off, have a bite to eat, They've got the animals roaming around here, so they can come up onto the viewing platform, feed the animals. I'm going to lower them down a little bit so it looks like you can actually feed them. Yeah, it's more of a sort of drive-through safari kind of area than anything else.
Right, and I do love that, because, again, once your camera was over there, the giraffe walked right up to the observation deck. That was just perfect timing. Too bad you weren't in normal, so you could screenshot it perfectly, but I'm sure it'll happen again.
Oh, we'll have plenty of screenshots, don't worry.
Oh, I bet. I do love that theme, though. So, something else here that you're doing that's interesting is your zoo is kind of separated from the rest of your city, and you did mention that was going to be kind of integrated. So are you going to integrate it after you get the zoo actually in, or is this as integrated as it's going to be?
No, there's going to be more zoning going in. This area is still to be zoned. I'm going to do some quick building over here and some finer maybe some finer houses up around here. We'll have to see how it goes. But my main focus, is going to be the zoo for the time being, because I've got that to put in around here. This area is pretty simple, pretty easy. A bit of decorating trees. But yeah, it should be all good.
Nice. Well, hey, that works. And honestly, I think you've got a good plan there. I was just a little bit worried about it from the host perspective. So I'm like, man, he promised us one thing and he's given us another. Come on, man. But it does look pretty good. Now, something else that's interesting is you're also making a lot of use, again, of those risen highways over concrete walls by CMOG. Are you just absolutely in love with them now or something? Because you're using them everywhere.
Maybe. I blame you.
They're fabulous. In my defense, they are fabulous roads. We've needed them for so long. And when I discovered those a few months back, I was like, yes, these are the only highways I need.
No, definitely. They are an absolutely amazing asset.
And they're so versatile, because even as a ground level highway, they just, they pop because they have all the barriers and all that. Absolutely amazing. But, so really quick, back to your actual build. So you've also done something else interesting, which is people noted that you're again building towards the water. And I have to ask, is this because of your Amsterdam build?
No.
So it's just
building
happenstance.
close to the water. Yeah,
Okay.
I like to build by the water.
Okay, I
live by the sea. I live by the sea, so
you know what? That
kinda
makes
makes
sense. You do
sense.
live by the sea. I've only seen the ocean once from a plane, and it was half frozen. So you know what? It's fine. So I don't have much level leg to stand on there, but it's looking pretty good so far. I'm liking what I see. Are you thinking that you're maybe ahead of schedule, behind schedule? How are you feeling right now?
I think we're doing pretty good. We're
Nice.
doing pretty good. I've got obviously my mods keeping an eye on the time for me and shouting out every now and then, despite you Polyphony doing it as well.
Oh yeah, it's always good to have double redundancies, especially since I just modularized Polyphony, so here's hoping that the timings all work. They've kept together so far. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you go because, of course, you've got a lot of building to do in the next 50 minutes. So best of luck, folks. This is twitch.tv/Kiki85. Be sure to see if he's the streamer for you. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, best of luck, my friend.
Cheers, dude.
All right, and next, that brings us to Luca. What's up, Luca?
What's up, Chasm?
Oh, not
So
too much. Season Snap Day. Oh, you should participate in Season Snap sometime.
Oh yeah, I know. It's such a great thing, but I don't have the time for it.
Okay, well, we'll get you in there sometime.
Other people are better though. Like I feel like I would be very bad at it.
I think you're doing fine so far. So, you've got some interesting stuff, and I love how you're connecting your pedestrian networks into the zoo. So is this just a free zoo at this point?
No.
It looks like
still
you
gonna have
were
to pay.
integrated.
No. You're gonna need to pay for it still because you're still gonna have to go through the entrances. As you can see here, I have this complicated path network.
Oh!
But today, you still need to go through the entrance.
Gotcha. So you still got to go past an entrance and guard. Got it. Okay. I see it now. But at first I was like, man, it's just a free zoo. Like, you're just throwing away money. Anyways.
Exactly.
Just burn money. It's fine.
Exactly. Oh god. That was bad.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Ignore
So,
me.
oh, wow. Losing some buildings there. So, how are you feeling as far as timing? I mean, you've got about 48 minutes left, and it seems like you've still got a lot of city to lay down. Are you feeling a little nervous on that end, or are you just going to try and tie heavily into your themes?
Yes, I am very scared about time. Indeed. Can confirm everything you think is true, and I am a bit panicking if I'm honest.
Well, I was just thinking that you owe me $20, so I'll take it via PayPal. Anyways, Hey, you walked into it. But so right now, also the other thing that I really like is we're starting to see just little glimpses and pieces of everyone using your bike networks in your city. We aren't seeing a lot of it yet, but we've seen little glimpses of it on the screen. And I have to say it feels right because you're doing a great job of scaling down the traffic as it enters the city. And then you do an absolutely marvelous job of splitting the traffic once it's in the city to where there's really not a whole lot of traffic within the city itself, but still something that a couple people in chat were worried about is always going to have traffic blockage, but so far, no real traffic blockage. Have you had any traffic blockages, really?
No, I only had it on the first, inbound set of people that just locked up on the highway. The way I'm doing it is I'm taking the same approach that a Dutch city took. No, sorry, not a Dutch city, a Belgian city, where they had a very car-centric layout at first, but just in a couple of years, by cutting very key connections and making it longer for the car to go around, they managed to get rid of a lot of the cars from the road, and that is essentially what I'm trying to recreate here.
Right, so I like that, and I like that so much, because again, like, I've been talking a lot on the stream about the fact that I love the fact that you're doing another kind of new urbanism idea, because that's something that, you and I have talked a lot about it, and something that you obviously are very interested in. Out of curiosity, what sparked your interest in new urbanism?
I really don't know. I think it was at first my interest in city builders, and then that kind of led me down the rabbit hole of city planning. And I started loving this stuff, and now I am just in love with urbanism in general.
Nice. Well, that does work. What were you about to say?
Speaking of new urbanism, there's a nice few things happening in my local city as well. We are starting to develop cycle paths after we had a very car-centric layout. Like, I'm talking big avenues, basically, sidewalks.
Right, you've talked about that.
I'm very happy about that. Now, they are fairly bad, being honest. Like, they are fairly bad cycle paths, but it's still something,
Exactly, it's something. It's a start, if anything. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get out of your hair because you've got a lot of building to do in the next 46 minutes.
Yes.
Best of luck with that. And of course, folks, this is twitch.tv/Luca_Fiorini. Be sure to check him out, see if he is the Skyline streamers for you. And we'll be sure to check in with you at the end. Best of luck.
See ya, Cads. What city is that?
And now we are into Harry IQ. What's up, Harry?
Hello.
So, how are we feeling? You've got about 45 minutes left-ish.
All right. I was kind of feeling behind at the start, but I feel like I've kind of caught myself. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge to finish what I've got in mind, but I'll try. But yeah, I'm feeling all right.
Awesome. Well, I have to agree, it is looking pretty good now. The one thing that I will definitely talk about is your asset selection. We were talking about this very briefly in the chat. I wasn't able to participate,
Right.
but a couple people in the chat were chatting about it, and your asset selection for this has been absolutely on point, because you've picked very unique ones, things that stand out, but still things that feel within the aesthetic of City Skylines. And I think that's really going to play to your advantage. And then another thing I love is that you're playing with all of these kind of more open enclosures. So you want to talk about kind of what inspired that?
Yeah, well, it's actually a safari, so I wasn't. I was actually planning on doing a zoo, and then at the last night I actually changed my mind because I thought I couldn't complete it. I think it would be too much work, so I decided to do a safari because it is a bit more open. You don't have to do all the fence work and stuff. So yeah, that's why I chose to do it open.
Nice. Well, something else here that is incredibly, I think, important is that you've got already a baseline city and you've done a pretty good job of integrating it. But out of curiosity, so is this, are you trying to lean further into the theme and the beautification aspects, or are we also going to see a little bit more city from you? So what's your path forward for the next 40 some odd minutes look like?
It's going to be more beautification. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the city, but yeah, it's mostly beautification on the safari. That's my main focus at the moment.
And it looks absolutely splendid. One thing in particular I have to compliment, that fountain work that you did. Pretty much about 5 minutes after we finished your interview earlier, you started on that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just that whole area, it feels correct. And it's one of those things that's really hard to do. Integrating a flatline water feature into an area, as we all know, is a little bit tricky in Skylines because you either have active water and then it splooshes, or you have inactive water and it's hard to make it look natural. But you've done a really great job in that second category, and I have to applaud you on that. Absolutely. Now, the final thing I'll ask you before I let you go is, so having now been halfway through the event, do you feel that you are kind of on pace with where you wanted to be? Do you feel that maybe you need to be getting more done? Kind of what stage are you in?
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'm on pace. I'm not too far off from finishing the safari. And the city, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. I just need to do some stuff on the water. And then, yeah. So I feel like, yeah, I'm on pace at the moment.
Nice. Well, we'll go ahead and get out of your hair. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Harry_IQ. And we can't wait to see how his safari adventure turns out. So far, I'm loving what I see. Keep it up, and we'll be chatting with you at the end.
All right, thank you.
And with that, folks, we are done with our second round of interviews. And so now that we're more than halfway through, in fact, we're about 2/3 of the way through, do you guys feel that anyone's pulling ahead? Do you feel like there is one particular participant that is stealing your heart? Do you feel like any of them are starting to fall off the wagon? I feel like all 4 of them are incredibly strong, because I now have renewed faith in Taradra and Kiki, because I think they're going to have very strong ideas, and I think it's going to be very hard to count them out, and I suspected that would be the case from the beginning, but again, immediately just off the evidence on hand, it did look like Luca and Harry were still in the show, but immediately now, it does look like we're going to have some very tight competition here. I love Harry's detail. Harry's detail is very nice. You liking the socks? Oh, come on. Polyphenes is the best. Obviously, Harry for now had the best zoo for me. Fair enough. Gaz, you need to go to the ocean immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I will collect $200. Charger's got second place locked, right? I mean, obviously, Grandpa owned. Obviously, he's got second place locked in. Thanks, guys, for a great commentary. Josh, it's what I'm here for. I mean, I got fired. I don't get to participate, so I might as well share my ramblings with you. And Josh, thank you for being here and being magnificent human. Oh, also, I just realized you claimed the golden gift badge. High five. Congrats on that. It would be interesting if a group could work on a city at once. I think that would be fascinating. Kitty Cat Girl, there's actually a mod that allows that, but it's exceptionally janky. And then also, so let's talk about the fact that 3 of our participants have all, on their own accord, decided to go down a safari route of some sort. Taradra is integrating a safari at one end of his zoo. Kiggy's is centered on a safari. And then Harry IQ is going full-on safari. This is Green Cities all over again. For those that don't remember what happened with Green Cities, we had the concept of green cities, so just make your city as green as possible. And kind of green energy, you know, that kind of stuff. And we had 3 of our 4 participants, all 3 of the English folk, or the British folk that were participating, decide that they were going to do concentric circle cities. All 3 of them decided that they were going to do giant circles for their cities. That was baffling, and I can confirm they were not planning that. They just all happened to do it. It was very funny, and right now it looks like history is repeating itself again. Safari in a snap? I mean, pretty much. Isn't Jank our MO here pretty much a city at once? Sounds like my nightmare, I know, right? Green City is all over again. Yeah, weren't Kiggy in that Green City? Yeah, Kiggy was in that Green Cities, that's right! Good memory, it was Kiggy, I believe it may have been Gratham, actually. And then Eclipse, I believe, was in there. And I don't remember who else. We'd have to look back through the history. Wild Dog, thank you so much for the host there, Wild Dog. There we go. And then, oh, we have a giveaway for Prison Architect as well. Wow! Captain Obvious, that was who won it. The one who didn't do a circle. Captain Obvious, that's who it was. I was like, man, I thought of the 3 circles. Who was the non-circular one? But yeah, that was it. There we go. And then, of course, folks, we've got Prison Architect being given away. Who's this provided by, Kitty Claude? I didn't know we were giving away Prison Architect. King Prox won Park Life. King Prox won Park Life. Congratulations, King Prox, on winning Park Life. High five. Eclipse, you successfully bought 1 ticket. Yay, by me. Nice, Kitty Claude. Ooh, we're getting 3 giveaways today? What's the occasion, Kitty Claude? What's the occasion for 3 giveaways? That's exciting. That's super exciting. Super hype. He's working. He successfully bought 1 ticket. Woohoo! And of course, folks, with 38 minutes remaining, I'm feeling pretty strong here. I do feel like all 4 of them are now too close to call. Especially with the different ideas that are coming to place here. I think it's way too close to call. Cash should make a wall of fame for all past winners and finalists. We're working on something like that, Quarter Pounder. It's just been slow rolling because there's been a lot of other stuff we can work on. In fact, this past week, I was going to work on some other stuff, but I ended up doing some extra work on the Polyphony bot instead because, for those that don't know, Polyphony passed the known bot test for Twitch, so I've been doing a lot of overhauls on Polyphony as Polyphony grows up and expands and does all of that. Give winners VIP? The problem is, after a while, the VIP badges run out. Because, like, right now, we only have, like, 25 badges that we can give out. And, yeah, that quickly runs out in a weekly competition. Prison Architect is a game where you build zoo where visitors can see people behaving worse than animals. I mean, pretty much. The only occasion you need, yes, I was in a generous mood. For the best community on Twitch, we needed 3 giveaways. It's true! You know what? This is the best community on Twitch, and I cannot deny Kitty Claude's idea there. So you know what? Prison Architect it is! And this is why Kitty Claude is in charge of the giveaways, because, man, she knows what she's doing. But speaking of people that know what they're doing, I'm thinking we should pull in Eclipse Chris, because Eclipse Chris has participated in this competition a lot, and he actually won last week's event. So we're going to go ahead and bring him in for a quick little interview so we can get his insights into how this competition is doing. So without further ado, here is Eclipse Chris. What's up, Chris?
I've been abducted.
You have been abducted against your will, but it's fine. We'll have you back by sundown tomorrow.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yes. Anyway, so
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone today?
oh, doing well. So, what have you thought of this week's competition so far?
It's a very tight competition today, I think. Everyone's got such great plans involved, I think. Even though 3 of them are the same plan, but hey ho.
I still can't believe that's happening again. It seems that it's just a
It's
plague
Kiki.
at this point. Yeah, it's Kiki.
It's Kiki. Kiki's involved.
Yeah, you know, we'll blame Kiki. Everyone, be sure to go blame Kiki. Like, go to Kiki's chat, use ! blame Kiki, and then leave, and he'll know what
Blame
happened.
Kiki.
Yeah, exactly. Yay, that ASMR. Yeah, that ASMR indeed. Who is this guy? It's Eclipse Chris. There you go, the Kigi effect, obviously. We'll call it Kigorium, is what we'll call it.
Kigorium. Sounds great.
So, what do you think of this week's theme? Zoos.
Zoos it's an interesting one. It's similar to, I think it's a little bit similar to the Central Park one if you were going for city type zoo, which 3 of them aren't. So there's a bit of
Well,
a...
even Luca
side
is
step on
going
that.
completely away from that Central Park idea. So
Yeah.
something that should have been very related to last week has ended up being completely alien from it. Because the closest one is Luca, and again, he's only related by proxy at that point because his city is incredibly different from anything we saw last week.
I mean, the way I sort of think about these events is I want to do something unique that no one else has done, but it seems like they've thought about that and then they've just happened to go with the same idea, pretty much.
Right, and that's what's so hilarious to me, because again, like, obviously, I was expecting, yeah, there's a good chance that we'll have someone do a safari. Someone's going to try and do a safari. My money was actually on Kigi, so I was kind of right there. I didn't expect Harry IQ to do that. I expected Harry IQ to do kind of a micro zoo, a hyper-detailed micro zoo in the middle of his city, which obviously that didn't come to fruition. And then Taradra, I was kind of expecting him to do a large-scale zoo on the outskirts of his town. Nothing quite like what he's doing here, where it is going to be the permeating factor on the map. Not just for the city, but for the map itself. And I think that's really unique for Taradra in particular. Do you think that that's a pretty unique build for him, or am I just crazy there?
A little bit of the craziness, I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Taradra, he does what Taradra does. He builds massive sort of grid-like cities and stuff, which is his thing. He's really good at it, and it shows. It's just interesting to see if he can actually do things that slightly different to make him stand out from everyone else.
Right, now, again, all 4 of these are pretty close, and obviously before the interviews, I was actually like, dude, Harry and Luca are really pulling ahead, because those other 2, they've barely done anything, but
Yes.
now that the other 2 are starting to have their plans kind of
come to
peak out a little
fruition.
bit. Yeah, they're starting to come to fruition. Now it's really tied. So were you maybe leaning like I was towards, yeah, it looks like we've kind of got top two, bottom two already, but now it's like, dude, it's too close to call?
Well, you know, they say great minds think alike, and yeah, I was definitely voting for Luca and Harry to begin with. That's for sure. But then Kiki
sweet.
seems
I'm a
to be
great
coming
mind.
back
Yay!
in. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
I'll
you shouldn't
retract
have said
my
that.
statement.
I'm not letting that go. I'm recording it. I'm clipping it. Okay, I now have this on evidence, and this is now blackmail against you for saying that. Anyways, so, Ari, so out of this set of competition, who do you think would be the biggest threat to you and your big style? Not your big style, your build style.
Well, I always like to go big in my styles.
Obviously.
Generally. In terms of actual quality, I think Harry is probably the more my competition. But Kiki is really sort of extending what he can do, and looks like he's really coming together in what he's building. In terms of that, I think Kiki and Luke is probably my closest rivals in this part of the week.
Right. So, if you had to pick one that you think you would rather go up against because you feel that it would be a good thing for you to be able to counter, who do you think it would be?
I probably want to counter Luca, but I want Kiki to be in there just to give that extra bit of competition.
Right. Now, but why exactly Luca, though? Because I mean, you kind of touched on it, but I mean, why Luca in particular do you feel like that would be a good antithesis to you?
Because he's unique in himself. He is really good at building stuff that not many other people build, and it's a really strong point of how he makes his cities, and it really shows off, and especially in the last couple of times he's been in.
I think that's absolutely fair. Now, honestly, the other thing, though, is I do feel like you build very similarly to Taradra, for instance. I feel like you and Taradra have a lot of the same ideas where you both kind of build big, and then you both kind of have like one large anchor point that you put your city around. Now, do you feel like that would just be kind of too similar and then it just wouldn't be as interesting for you, or is it more that you wouldn't be able to counter it as easily?
I'll go the interesting route. It wouldn't be quite as interesting. I mean, you got to have that. You got to have that big city. You got to have that anchor to what you're doing. But then it's what you do after that is what sets you apart from everyone else. Such as he's now drawing a massive dolphin.
Exactly. That's why I'm zooming in on his screen. It's absolutely fabulous. But something else I want to ask you. So you mentioned, and we've talked briefly now about kind of, being able to counter. So is that something that you're starting to consider with Cities in a Snap? Just like, okay, I'm coming up against a detailer this week. You got to keep that in mind. Or, hey, I'm going up against Taradra, so I've got to try and counter his largeness of a city. Is that something that you're starting to think about whenever you participate in this event?
I would definitely say, yeah, it's definitely something in the back of my mind to think, who I'm up against, what their strengths is like, what can I do that's going to set myself apart from them, and just try and get that uniqueness back. And I'd also like to go do whatever I feel like, really, sometimes, and just go for it.
Right. Now, that's an interesting evolution because, again, one of the first big evolutions in this competition, because you've participated in this thing for about 7 months at this point.
My first event was in the Green City Circles.
Okay, so you've been participating in this for about 5 months, but you've seen the event for the past 7 months. And the first big evolution was about a month or so into the competition, this new version of the competition. People were starting to practice for Cities in a Snap. And I remember we were all marking about, oh my goodness, people are practicing. This is really hilarious. This is great. And now practicing is just kind of expected at this point. Like, if you're not practicing, it's just kind of like, why are you even trying for some people? But the interesting evolution is, I think, what you've just mentioned, where people are actually starting to strategize counters. Because obviously you've got people like Taradra that are kind of building the big and grand, so a lot of the more experienced people, because you're not the first one I've talked to that's mentioned this. Oh, I'm going up against Taradra. I need to be able to counter the size of his city. Or, oh, I'm going up against, Luca. I've got to have something unique that stands out from his level of unique. Or, I'm going against Kiki. I've got to be able to go against his integration of nature and all that. So, I mean, you've got a lot of these interesting things. And do you feel like a lot of our participants are able to be pigeonholed like that? Or is it just you have to try and find a pigeonhole to put people in so that you have a strategy for them?
I'd probably go for the latter. It's you have to. So not everyone would think like that. I know some people who just go in and just wing it and don't do any planning beforehand.
Very
which is
happily.
They still do a fantastic job, even though. But I personally like to plan ahead. I would need to have an idea in mind, and Kiki seems to be copying my idea and using the old waterfalls in this whole event today.
Yeah, and again, I did look at the asset because again, I was pretty suspect of it last week, but I did double check. It's just the drainage animation from the vanilla freshwater pipe. I was like, man, that looks oddly the same size and the same exact texture. And I think the only reason I noticed is because I had just worked with them in my city that week on stream. So, yeah,
Right.
if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have noticed it immediately. But, yes, it's something so simple. Like, that hasn't been something that a lot of us have used, but now it's permeating the community. I've seen that in a couple of smaller streams now. So,
that's
it kind of
what I like
shows what's cool about this, because something
That's-
that you
that's-
did is now permeating the community.
That's such a good thing about Cities and Snappers. Each week you always see something that's unique, something new, something you've never seen before, or in most cases anyway. And it's just that whole community sort of coming together and saying, oh, we like that idea, we share it. Let's all use it. Let's all try and have our own take on what that is.
Exactly. Now, as a competitor in next week's Cities Snap, and not next week, as in 2 weeks' time, Cities Snap for the final, and also as someone who's participated a lot, do you have any words for folks that are kind of on the fence about, I'm not really sure I should do Cities Snap or not?
I'll just say, just go for it. There's what we got to lose. Well, apart from not winning, there's no losers in the competition. you don't lose, you just don't win. That's the thing. And even if you sort of do win, it's just like it goes on to the next one. Doesn't really matter if you win or lose. It's just having fun, that participation, and just the whole community bringing together and just enjoying this game as a group.
Exactly, and that's the thing I love about it, is that I feel like just even moments like this where like we've been able to sit there and kind of chat about all these unique features that we're seeing within one snapshot here. I mean, we've got 4 wildly different attempts, and we've got 3 people attempting safari iterations of zoos, and this is stuff that I just think is absolutely hilarious. But really quickly, before I let you go, one last thing, I promise I'm not going to let you go.
I love being here, Kaz. What are you saying?
Oh yeah, it's true, you do love being here. It's only cost me like, all the money. No, just kidding. But
I'll
so
spend you later.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll bill me later. But as far as your actual participation in the event, do you feel that you have seen improvements in your own personal build style?
I would say yes, definitely. I've definitely learned a lot from my time in it, and it has enhanced what I'm doing personally. It hasn't really enhanced how quickly I build my own streams, I've got to say.
I'm the same way.
can't really
Since
say
I started
that.
hosting that, I keep building slower.
Yeah,
Like
so
every
slow,
week
just
I've been getting
slower.
slower and slower, and Maestro Chan was actually mentioning last week that he used to burn through a city in 6 days. Like it was literally just city destruction Thursday for a couple of weeks is what it was. And then I just slowly grew and started spending a little bit more time, and now it's just like I'll be done when I'm done. So
It's like every time I compete in this, I'm always surprised in what I can actually pull out the bag in 2 hours' time. I'm always thinking, I can't do this. I don't know if I can pull this out. And I just managed to do it and more. It's just like you always push yourself. And that's another great thing about it is sort of you challenge yourself and you go above and beyond.
awesome. Well, folks, again, this is twitch.tv/EclipseChris. One of our monthly finalists this month won last week with some fabulous Central Park action. And of course, we will be chatting with you later on. Enjoy the rest of the competition, my friend.
One closing comment.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming for you, Tommy. I'll be laughing all the way.
All right. Peace out, my friend. And Mr. Tommy,
Peace
I'm
out.
sure, is quaking in his boots.
He better be.
All right, folks. So we've got some expert opinions there, and we've got 25 minutes left. Folks, what do you think so far? Are the zoos turning out pretty hype? I think they are. That laugh, indeed. Gratham, he wants to learn banished. His chat said he'd die, had to carry the cyborg and teach at the same time. It's true. 5 minutes until current giveaway closes. Oh no! Can he do that laugh again? I don't know. Evil. Welcome to my world of carrying the cyborg. King Tommy versus King Chris. Wait, what? Forgot to clip it. I mean, you can always go back and clip it. It's not too hard. You just have to clip it in the actual VOD now. There we go. So, folks, what do you think? Is this going pretty well? I think this is going pretty hype. And also, who do you think is winning now? With 25 minutes to go, do you guys have a favorite to win? Is there a favorite? Is it possible to even choose? Let's find out, folks. We need to make that sound a command here. I'm sure we do. Ah, ha, ha, something like that. All right, and then is Tara having the disaster? He might be. I'm not sure. I didn't see a disaster going off. It's always possible, though. Always possible. But I was distracted looking at chat/Kiki stream because I'm very interested in that waterfall. Let's take a quick look at that, actually. Because I'm super hyped about that. I mean, check that out. That is absolutely magnificent. He's doing a great job of manipulating that. And again, Kiki is so great at using natural features. I think this is definitely going to be something to contend with for the end here. I think this is definitely going to be a contender. This is really hype. And if he can just angle those a little bit better, oh my goodness, that is just fabulous. I mean, I didn't think I'd see people using this asset this way. Like, it's so great, and it adds those little bit of rapids. He's using steam to sit there and create extra little pockets of just the water evaporating, just kind of splashing into a mist. It's so great. Kaz, you sound like the vampire from Sesame Street. That was weird. I think he had a sinkhole. Oh, he did? That's pretty funny. Someone go ahead and mark that off your bingo cards. It looks like Taradra may have had a disaster. Possibly, maybe. There we go. We will make that a command here. Maybe. Well, at least like link to the clip of it if we can get a clip of it. There we go. And folks, also quick reminder, while we've got just about 20 minutes left, that you can go ahead and join the community Discord to join in on the discussions, have awesome access to some exclusive behind the scenes action. And also, if you want to help support the event, be sure to go check out our Patreon, link down below. And also, thank you to everyone who subscribes, gifts, and drops bits on this event. It helps the event continue. It makes sure this event will happen on a weekly basis. And thank you so much for making that happen. It really means a lot. Also, a final thank you to all of the moderators that make this possible. Can we get some quick love for the moderators here in chat? All the moderators, both here in chat and on the back end, help make this possible. That includes people like Kazwife, operating the Twitter, people such as Kitty Claude, running our giveaways, people such as City Stork running our Facebook, King Prox running the Discord, and a whole slew of others such as Nightmorphus, Kiki, and others that hang out in people's chats, people like Cuboid who help manage this chat. It is thanks to them that we can have this event run smoothly. Thank you so much to them. There we go. Where's my thanks for finding insecurities in your code? Wasn't really okay, I guess that was kind of an insecurity. And Anzaru for doing live bug testing on Polyphony. Though to be fair, I wasn't sure I had ever thought of that, but hey, that makes sense. There we go. Thank you, mods. Thank you indeed. There we go. Anzaru, you know I love you. But yes, I did patch that up because actually you'd like this. All the cities in Snap operations, including timings, the scene switches, things like that, are now their own module on the NPM registry so that it's just easier for me to implement. And also, if other people wanted to host esports events, they could do so relatively easily with that library. There we go. And mine for making bingo. Yes, Gareth for making bingo. Oh my goodness, the bingo. All the love to the mods. Thank you, Gareth, for helping me out with that. Nixie, I'm so sorry I missed it. I know, right? I know. There we go. And folks, the giveaway is about to end, it looks like. Last call for the giveaway. Be sure to enter that giveaway. If you don't enter it now, you are out of here. 20-minute hype. Not quite 20-minute hype. It'll be 20-minute hype in about 27 seconds. But yeah, we've got about 20 minutes. Please send help. Kaz kidnapped all us moderators. Don't really know where we are. I mean, you're obviously in my basement. Chained to the wall. If you be on the wall to your left, oh, sorry, on your right, that's Cuboid's cell over there. And then I think Kiki's cell is off to the left slightly. No, he's across from you. There we go. Thank you, Laszlo and Speedworks, for entering that giveaway. Be sure to enter before it ends. Kitty Claude's going to end it. She's going to end it. She's going to do it. And I bet it's over by the time you get this little bit. Because, folks, you've had plenty of time to enter. Let's see who wins. Prison Architect on Cities in a Snap. There we go. And of course, Maestro Chan won the giveaway for Prison Architect. Can we get some love and chat for Maestro? Also, thank you to Kitty Claude for sponsoring and running that giveaway. It really means a lot. Folks, be sure to spread the love. And remember, folks, if you ever win stuff from here, you can always use it yourself. That's right. Unless it is a Steam gift that we give to you, you are able to use that however you want. But anytime we send you a key, you can use it yourself. You can give it to a friend. If you're a streamer, you can give it away on your own stream. We don't care. You can use it however you want. What's important is that we are giving back to the community, and that's what we really care about here. By the way, Kaz, love the zoo theme. Isn't it great, Josh? So what in particular do you like about the zoo thing, if I might ask, Josh? because I think the zoo thing is really opening up a lot of creativity. I actually thought this is going to be the most stale week of the month. I really did think, because normally each month there are more exciting weeks and some weeks are a little bit less so. And honestly, I was feeling a little bit guilty. I was like, man, zoos is going to be a little bit less hype, because I mean, it's a zoo, but the fact that 3 of them are doing safaris, one of them is doing a Japanese inspired deal, that's absolutely amazing. I never expected this. It's forcing them to think outside the box. True, it is forcing them to think outside the box. I like to thank my kids, the cat, the doggo, and my beloved wife. What about the Academy, Maestro? And you didn't even thank me for rigging the competition for you. Jeez. There we go. They are all unique safaris. It's true. They are all unique safaris. And I think that the unique takes are lovely here. Absolutely lovely. And I do love what Taradra has done in this amount of time, by the way, folks. We were really scared about him, but he has spent a lot of time working on that marine life up there. And it does look fabulous now. And now if he can extend that same love down through his city, I think his theme points are going to start shooting way up through the roof, because he's got an excellent set of ideas here, but we've got to hope that he manages to pull it off in the next 17 minutes, because his city itself is done. He's got the size, he's got the population, but now he's got to try and get some zoo down, because if he doesn't get more zoo down soon and add in at least some beautification and detailing, he's gonna be in trouble when it comes to the vote at the end. He absolutely will. Here we go. Thanks for hosting, Season Stuff. Gratham, you are welcome. Remember, folks, your host is Kazgem. You can also catch my personal streams Monday through Thursday at twitch.tv/Kazgem. Be sure to check those out, and be sure to follow to know when I go live. I go live around 9:30 a.m. U.S. Chicago time. And that includes things such as Citizen Snap on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursdays are strategy games. And also some random things such as community Minecraft, marbles, things like that as they come up, because it's always fun to have community stuff. All the things have been great, minus anything snow related. Ah, Josh, that's why you weren't here all last month. You were like, ew, snow, and you ran all away. But that's fine, I enjoyed that, I really do. There we go. Advertising, obviously. Go ahead and mark that off your bingo. What happened to last weekend's rubric? Eclipse Chris, that was lost, unfortunately. I had it here saved, and I had it open on my computer, actually, and in fact, I was getting ready to post it. There was a power issue yesterday. We had some very irresponsible electricians here who basically 20 seconds after arriving turned off power without telling me. So, yeah, that was not very good. So, I unfortunately lost that because the file was corrupted. So, we did lose last week's rubric. There we go. Eclipse Chris, I ate it. Tasted great. You are correct, sir. Dude, Josh, that's fine. I do hope you've been well, though, in the meantime. I absolutely do. But, man, Harry's stuff right here. Now, something I'm curious about. Does Harry also have the Modern Japan pack? Can anyone confirm whether or not he has the Modern Japan pack? Because if he does, he's got a lot of built-in props that he could do to really unify this whole area. And he could use a lot of the Content Creator Pack's buildings in order to make his city feel a bit more correct, if that makes sense. Yeah, redo. I don't want Chris in the finals with me. We best redo the event then. Oh my goodness, we can't redo the event. But you know what we can do? We can celebrate that we've got 15 minutes left, folks! We've got 15 minutes left in Cities in a Snap! 15-minute hype is real. The hype can't get any more real here, folks. We got 15 minutes on the mark, and this is going pretty well. You'll pay me later. Oh, nice segue. Of course. I think that was an excellent segue. I think I'm the best at segues, obviously. I'm no bias, obviously. Absolutely no bias. And Polyphony should send through the alert right now. There we go. And now all the announcements are in. Beautiful. I'm not even touching that, by the way. That was Polyphony. Ha-ha! Polyphony is talking through Season Snap for that little bit, but that's just due to a technicality on my end. And also, it looks like, you know what? Kiggy's has really popped lately. Let's take another quick look at that. Kiggy's is really popping now. Originally, him and Taradra in the first half were really lagging behind, but I think that they did the smart thing. They spent the first half building up a city's infrastructure, and now Kiggy is really raking in the fact that he can spend the whole last half of the event on the zoo itself. Now, Taradra's zoo has a lot more scale than Kiggy, so that's something that Kiggy does have to contend with, but he probably knows that internally due to the fact that he's faced off against Taradra before, and he knows that Taradra almost always whips everyone when it comes to city size and population. So he knows that he's got to build that up. But it does look like he's very healthily got second place as far as all of the city size and population marks go. I have a critique with Harry. The Japan theme seems off the environment. Maybe it's just me. I think it's a little off the environment, but not enough to really dissuade me. Just in my opinion. I do think it's off enough that it doesn't really gain as much unique points for me, but I do think the fact that he is doing Japan inspired while doing a zoo, I think that by itself does get it some nice unique factor. And now I have a quick question for you folks. When we're talking about uniqueness, obviously doing a safari for a zoo is fairly unique, but do they get the same amount of points for that being unique if 2 other people in the competition also did a safari type thing? That's a tricky bit, and this is why we're also starting to revisit the rubric a little bit, because, yeah, things like that are the real questions here. Here's your working, I just on you. Oh no, what's up, Metrics? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Is KK's Zoo on fire? Probably. Things are always on fire. Folks, you can go ahead and mark fire off your bingo card. Has anyone finished bingo? Does anyone have bingo yet? Pineapple on pizza is unique, which is why pineapple on pizza is great. No! Jurassic Park thing would have been actually unique. It's true, Jurassic Park would have been really funny. And though, honestly, Taraja is kind of going with a lot of those vibes, with having the big, open environments for them to roam in, so here's hoping that we actually get to see more of that. Neatness is a state of mind and cookies. It's true. Does anyone have Snap yet? I don't know. And thank you, J-Post, for the follow. It really means a lot. Bingo. There we go. Wait, do you have bingo now, Mr. Tommy? Do you have bingo? I think if multiple pick the same theme, then it comes down to what makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. I need to come up with actual scalings for that, though, because, again, this isn't something we've run into a lot. But, again, this is yet another reason why we're starting to retool the rubric a little bit. There we go. No, not yet. Almost. Nice. Don't tell me what you've got coming, though, because I don't want people to feel like we're being biased towards our reigning champion. Harry had a big fire about 30 minutes. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. But keep in mind, some people weren't watching. It's all about what you see whenever you're watching to mark off bingo on your cards. There we go. And also, is anyone else close to bingo? Or is Mr. Tommy the only one that's close to bingo? There we go. No more scones. No more baked goods. After today, I'm going to stop being nice and generous. No! But Miss, your scones are so delicious. Even over the internet, they're so tasty and delicious. And I can practically feel them melting in my mouth. Chris never plays bingo. It's true. There we go. Reigning champion for now. You spelled reigning wrong, but sure. There we go. Chris never plays bingo. I ate today pizza but without pineapple. Yay! Because I would always win. You can't have any bias. I mean, everyone is pulling out amazing builds. Exactly. Absolutely amazing builds. And this is... Man, if you guys tie me this week, I am just going to revolt. I'm going to go on strike, because at that point, you guys are doing it on purpose. But man, all these are absolutely fabulous. And I do love what I'm seeing. I'm a little worried about Taraja, though. It looks like Taraja might not be able to get up into his zone up there that he was talking about. So I'm a little bit worried about that. But we're just going to have to see if he manages to pull it off. Because right now, he doesn't have a lot of time. He absolutely has not enough time to do this. I'm really worried about Taraja's vision here. Because I think it will fall a little flat of what his initial idea was. Thanks, Mixie. There we go. Lucas MD, what is that command supposed to be? I don't know what you want that command to be. You're going to have to be more specific, unfortunately. How do you play CIS bingo? Use the bingo command, and then you can get your bingo card automatically generated. And of course, if you win, or no matter how you do, whether you win, lose, or somewhere in between, be sure to post it in the bingo section on Discord, so we can all have some fun and derps and laughs, because the bingo cards are just a hilarious little side gag that Gareth Hubble worked on, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. But you know what, folks? 10 minutes left. That's right. We've got 10 minutes remaining in this week's Cities in a Snap competition. Can we get some love? Get some hype? Go to everyone's chats and let them know that you're rooting for them. You're cheering them on. Who do you think is winning, folks? Who do you think is pulling ahead? Who do you think deserves to win? Cities in a Snap. Sorry, I want to know what today's challenge is about. Lucas MD, no, you're fine. So today they're building zoos in a snap. That's right, they're building the best zoo they can in just 2 hours' time. Because in Cities in a Snap, we do everything in 2 hours. Unless it's something like the Biffit Challenge, which was 30-minute segments. There we go, 10-minute hype. Indeed, the hype is real. Building the best Lou in 24 hours. Zoo, not Lou, Eclipse Chris. But no, you're fine, Lucas. You never have to apologize. I am here to educate, to talk, to commentate, and of course, to let you know of any answers to your questions. They all deserve to win, except for Taraja, because he wants second. It's true. I think he wants first, though. I think he's really gunning for it. There you go, 3 hours, 2 hours. They all deserve to win. It's true. Hey, Violet Imp. If Taraja wins, the sea is a big fish. Thank you. Anytime, Lucas. It's what we're here for. The worst person of all, Server Dream, though. Cut out this, you. What? Menxie, he said at least second. It's true. He did say at least second. He's gunning for it. And honestly, he's got a good plan here. But again, I need to see more zoo from him. Right now, the zoo is very lacking, but you know what? He can do it. I do have faith he can do it. He knows how to speed build. He knows how to get it done. But let's go ahead and check in on Luca, another competitor that is doing quite well. And Luca is detailing this area really well. And I do think, and a lot of us suspected this at the beginning, he's not going to be able to do a lot more city than he currently has. He's really restricting himself to this area, not because of anything other than just he can't get more city in at this time because he's got just 7 or 8 minutes left to get everything done. Very impressed with all. I'm still working on my first city. I know, right, kitty cat girl? That's fine. You can build as fast or slow as you need. In fact, I'd love to see some pictures of your build. Feel free to dump them in my personal Discord or the cities in a Snap Discord in the respective channels. Well, I'm 100% sure everyone will be at least 10th. It's true. There we go. Ever is picking on me since I'm so into this comp, so Ever bully. He is a Ever bully. Coach Chris, no need to bring that up. No, we'll bring that up. At least there's no ducks for Everdream to say the wrong thing. It's true. Oh my goodness, Ever. Oh my goodness, that moment. Oh my goodness, I hope Tuba cut that out. I really hope Tuba cut that out. There we go. Because keep in mind, Tuba is uploading all this to YouTube. There we go. All right, and then, well, I'm 100% sure that's fine. Yes, Gareth Hubble absolutely is. There is at least second, right? No, it's not. It's not, Gareth. You don't know how to math. You really don't know how to math. Are you being mean, so Ever Derp? Oh my goodness. Ever's being mean. We should probably revoke his mod status. But what is Taradra doing here? Let's take a closer look at what he's doing. It looks like he's got some sort of tree type thing here. No, he's got more zoo. Okay. He's building up more zoo. Okay. That works. The rhino's horn. Okay, I see what he's doing here. He's doing it kind of in the shape of a rhinoceros horn. That makes sense. I would definitely buy that. And then he's going to probably decorate with a bunch of the bathrooms and all that stuff. So that is going to be a great way to fill in this whole area. And honestly, I'm starting to get pretty excited, but he still has to make his way back up the river a little bit. Not much time to do so, but here's hoping he manages to pull it off. There we go. And Average Girl Gamer with the raiding party. Welcome in, Average Girl Gamer and Raiders. Hope you're all having a beautiful time. We've got 6 minutes left in the weekly city building competition. Cities in a Snap. There we go. I'm doing JavaScript maths, not maths from a decent language. Oh, you're fine. I'm still really conflicted, Kaz. Oh, I know you are, Josh. But, Josh, who do you think is pulling ahead? In fact, everyone in chat, if you had to award one person right now with, dude, you are doing the best, who would it be? Would it be Taradra? Would it be Kiki? Would it be Luca? Would it be Harry IQ? Who do you think is winning? There we go. An Average Girl, I hope you had a beautiful stream. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing a community with Cities in a Snap. It really means a lot. Your reward, Kitty Claude. It would be award, not reward. But anyways, moving on, semantics aside. Now, I am a little worried about Harry IQ still, because I still feel that Harry IQ doesn't have a lot of cities down. And Josh, I hate cities, but I don't know if I can pick. Oh, no, but you can definitely pick. There we go, Kiki. No one else has a waterfall. Okay, to be fair, that waterfall is magnificent. That waterfall is basically a free 5 beautification points. That is a free 5 beautification points. That is one of the most beautiful things we have seen in this competition. That is at least a few extra beautification points, if not 5 by itself. It's just so good. Kaz, the pedant. Oh, it's true. But, folks, we've got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes, folks. That's right. The hype is real, and so am I. You think Taradra? Really, Pizza Man? Why is that? Why do you think? Mine was better. It's true. Polyphony wins. Polyphony always wins, Jed Levi. Especially since she is now a known bot. Huzzah! Polyphony is no longer limited. In fact, you guys will notice she has not timed out during this competition because she's actually able to fire out all the commands. and not get timed out by Twitch's servers now. So that is pretty hype. Bro, I can agree, but OMG. Oh, I know, right? OMG indeed. Now, one thing I will also note here is I think that Kiggy has probably the best all-around. I feel like he's done the most balanced approach, whereas Harry IQ has probably one of the most unique takes. And then what is that he's using? What on earth? Anyways, and then Luca has probably, I would say, the most true to himself build. And then, of course, Taraja has such a large, magnificent build with the theme beautifully incorporated. But let's see if he manages to get up the river in the next 3.5 minutes. What is that? It's like a Pusheen whale? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. There we go. Hype, test 12. Wait, what? Liking Kiki or Harry at the moment. Yeah, I think they're both pretty good. I'm torn between two. Who are you torn between, Speedworks? Who are you torn between? Oh man, we do not have much time left though. Can we get some hype in chat for the last 3.5 minutes of Cities in a Snap? There we go. A whale, just me. Eat on the spam, please. There we go. The waterfall is meh. It's cool, but zoos are about animals and about vibes and about fun. Just having a waterfall doesn't make it a zoo. True, usually working, but the fact that it's a beautiful centerpiece to the zoo is why I am thinking it is worth a fair amount of the beautification category. There you go. It's Serotin. I don't know what Serotin is. What is that? I don't even know. Well, all hype for the finale is used up. When we get to the finale, we can all just clap quietly. It's true. We'll just do the golf clap. Just a little, like, just that little golf clap. There you go. This comp is why I hate and love this channel. But why do you hate it if you love it, Josh? You know you love it. You know you love the hype of building these cities. Beautification does not equal theme 2. It's true. Beautification is its own category. But keep in mind, I do often weigh beautification and details into the theme. Because obviously, detailing a part of your city that has nothing to do with the theme is okay. But detailing the area with your theme is worth a bit more. There we go. Just me. Yes, there's a cooldown on that command. Yes, there is typically a cooldown on most commands. Veifies that King Kong asset would go well with the zoo theme. It's... Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about the King Kong thing. That would have been perfect for this if only Veify had entered. Good point from Mr. Tommy. A lot of zoos tell you about nature in the area and low while animals live in. So I do like the waterfall if it has a nice story. True, Mr. Tommy. Or are you just wishing that you had a usually working styled story here? Because I'll be honest, that is definitely always a highlight of his participation. But folks, we are coming down to just 80 seconds left. Sorry, 100 seconds left. And now we are down to the final 90 seconds of the competition, folks. 90 seconds. Now remember, we are on Play with Jedi. There's no extra hour. It's true, there's no extra hour. Historia Gaming. There we go. Blame Veify. Exactly. I hate stories. It's so like new pack. I know, right? Definitely new packs. But you know what? That's fine, folks. We got a minute and 15 left. We've got Taradra desperately trying to build up some extra infrastructure in his city. We've got Kiggy trying to expand the scope. We've got Luca trying to get in those last bits of beautification and trees. And we've got Harry IQ just desperately trying to get some extra nature in to give his zoo that extra little bit of pizzazz that he desires. And folks, we don't have much time left now. This is pretty hype. Can we get some hype in chat? Go let everyone know that they're doing a great job. Be sure to do so because guess what? They only have 45 seconds left. This is absolutely legendary. They're working to the T. It looks like Kiggy is now done. Well done to Kiggy85. It looks like he's taking these last few seconds just to kick back, relax, and enjoy what he has done. But folks, 30 seconds are left. There we go. Get the hype rolling in chat. Get it rolling. Just me, that's okay. Indeed, it's okay. And now we've got 20 seconds left, folks. 20 seconds. Here we go, folks. This is what we're all here for. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. All building must stop. That is Cities in a Snap. September, week 2 qualifiers. Whew. We have some exciting builds to go through, folks. But before we do that, we're going to take a brief moment of respite. We are going to take about 2 minutes to step back. Be sure to get yourself a drink if you're missing out on that. And we'll be right back in 2 minutes with the interviews. Don't go anywhere. More Cities in a Snap right after this. Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjim, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We are in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. All right, folks, we are back. We are about ready to go. All right, so we're back now. Sorry about that. Had to take a brief moment extra there. So, we are getting ready to go here. Of course, folks, remember that you can check out the rubric, how we're going to be rating these cities. If you yourself have something that you want to say, be sure to say it in chat. We'll be interviewing each of the participants. I would remind everyone to please vote for your favorite city, not necessarily your favorite streamers, because that's what we're all about here. We're all about figuring out who built the best city in 2 hours' time. So, without further ado, we're going to be hopping right in to chat with our first participant. Our first participant, of course, being Taradra. What's up,
Hello?
Taradra?
I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. So, you know the drill. You'll have about 5 minutes on the clock, and during that 5 minutes, you've got, just give us the basics of your city, give us a tour. Also, chat, they're nosy, they want to know a couple basics, such as your traffic and your mass transit usage and all that.
So, here is the night shot, because I know you're always asking me for that. I downloaded iCandy, that way you can have a night shot.
There you go, chat.
So what we've done is we've got 4 technical zoos. We've got 3 zoos and one nature reserve. The nature reserve is here, like we talked about earlier. It branches out and walks across. It has overlooks that overlooks the water here. And the water, let me go back to daytime real quick. Hold on. So the water has creatures of the deep in it. We've got a whale, we've got a couple of manta rays, we got some dolphins, and then around here we've got some elephants and some rhinos, and some of them are running in packs, and it kind of overlooks everything and puts the animals in place. And I've got 2 angles of attack that you can look over with. We've got some campsites here, some lookout towers, and some overlooks on this side, and one over here on this side as well. So that takes care of that and encompasses that in the Jurassic World style that I was going for. Over here we've got Delphinia, which is our water park. It's a zoo. It enters in on this part off the highway on an island, and then the entire park is in the shape of a bull-nosed dolphin. I looked it up on Google and drew it. And I've got little pods of land that have the actual sea animals exhibits around all the different parts, so you can have those each area. And I put 2 at the very end, that way people had to work for it if they wanted to go walk and see it. Over here on this end, this is the Rhino's Horn Park. This features rhinos and giraffes. If you see all the rhino enclosures, we kind of span those a little bit. But we also do have random rhinos kind of hanging around, making their way in this area because at the tip of the horn, they rule the roost. And this is the rhino's natural habitat here in this city. And then down here on this end, we've got Antlerus. This is an antler zoo. You can see it's in shape of antlers. And we have here all of your elks, all of your deer, and the caribou. And we have those also featured around the park in different areas and random places. So you can come out here and check out your favorite part of the animals, get your best view of the water, and have a good time here. Lots of shedding, lots of grunting. As far as the city is concerned, this is the big ambitious areas that we drew up. This is our industrial zone, fit with garbage and water treatment. This is our residential zone. And the way I was zoning it out, the apartment complexes, they kind of complement the small houses in and around and make it have a nice neighborhood feel to it. And the commercial zone is just a giant commercial zone where everybody gets their shopping done, where people come and go. We've got some trains here to take care of the tourists. And the highlight of the city, which is Chad's favorite thing that we put in right in the last 10 minutes, we got hot air balloon tours going around. And we've got 4 or 5 of those in place, and they're floating around checking out all the sights and sounds of everything that we have to offer throughout the city. As far as stats are concerned, let me look that up. We have traffic flow. It's only 56%. It's bad. I've got Demand Master turned on, so the traffic cars are coming in like crazy. What else do they want to see?
Public transit usage, if you haven't.
Oh, I don't have any public transit. I just have the hot air balloons and the train.
The balloons.
Beyond that, it's just a city.
Okay, that works. Honestly, really, really well done. I really love that. Out of curiosity, was Delfinio inspired by Owl Delfino from Mario?
No, I was just coming up with names of creatures and making them sound awesome, and I was gonna call it like Dolphin World, but Dolphin World didn't really sound right because we have like whales and stuff too, so I just called it Delphinia. Dolphinia.
Right, I like that a lot, and I love the idea of having the different areas kind of represent the animals. The rhino's horn, the antlers for all of those areas, and then you've got the sea creatures in the middle of a giant sea creature pretty much, and then you've got the big kind of Jurassic World style exhibit. Also, I love those chirpy balloons that are flying around.
Yeah,
that's fabulous.
I doubt so. Those actually light up at night. Check it out.
Ooh. Let's see.
Well, they're supposed to. Right there. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, that's fabulous! I need to download those. Oh my goodness! And Mark Casgo shopping off the bingo card. That is absolutely fabulous. Oh my goodness. Well done. I mean, your scope of city as usual is just magnificent. You had a great idea. And considering that at the beginning, I was definitely a little worried because you had no zoos for the first half of the competition. It looks really awesome, and I love what you did, again, with the different themes, having several different zoos, 4 different zoos entirely, if you count the one that's up top with the kind of the Jurassic World style stuff, and it just looks absolutely fabulous. Are there any last-minute details that you want to show us before we conclude this?
My population's at 51,000, which isn't really an important detail, but it's probably something to note. As far as, I mean, there's really no details. I made the interstate come all the way across. That way the city has its attention paid to it. And this is a fully functional city. We can pick this up in the future and run it just like any other day.
I love it. It's absolutely great. Folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Taradra. See if that is the city you're going to vote for. But Taradra, again, phenomenal job. I think probably one of your strongest performances you've ever given us. And that's really saying something.
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not, but thank you,
You should, because you always do good showings, but this is even better somehow. Just really well done. I really love it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man.
All right. And now we are on to Kiggy. What's up, Kiggy?
Hello.
So, it's about that time. You've got about 5 minutes on the clock. We're nosy. We like to know. Oh, I love that little zoo train thing. Oh, that's fabulous. That is absolutely. Anyways, so that's so big for me. We would
start our tour with a tour around the open sort of area, safari area. So we've got these wonderful little trains which take people around, although I don't know whether it renders people in, but it did just pick up a couple. But yeah, they go around so you can see all the wildlife around, the bisons. You've got, you shouldn't be walking there. Damn it. Some flamencos over there. Where are we? We've got some swans just sitting down, relaxing. And then you get to the midway point. I need to sort the trees out. And crash. So they get to this midway point where they can relax. They've got the cafe, souvenir shops, and if I come out of the tour and we head over here, we have the feeding area. So all the animals will congregate around here. They'll come up to you. You can get nice, close, personal with them. So it gives a nice sort of interesting aspects. You can really sort of learn. They have guides and things like that talking about the animals around here. So the safari area is as so, but that's not all. If we head over this way, so it comes with a separate zoo. So here's the main zoo, separate to the safari. You come in, you walk in, you've got these wonderful fountains and the big building there, lots of areas to just sit down and chill. You've got the sort of dome area where they do different presentations and things like that, as well as the amphitheatre, which is a nice educational area. We've got a little swan lake here. Over here is our lion enclosure, which we put together ourselves. So I don't know if in London Zoo they have these big walls which are quite high up, and the pathways along the top of them just to stop people from obviously getting.
They have those here too, depending on the zoo, of course. But yeah, some of them do.
Yeah. And the joy about this area is you've got the wonderful waterfall here, which is a part. The lions seem to enjoy swimming and enjoying what the wonderful views they get. I don't know if you've used this yet at all, but this is a fantastic animated water.
I have not. I need to, but man, ever since I saw them last week, I've been seeing them pop up in the category more and more. I think we're all just so taken by it.
Oh yeah, so this is why they sort of built around this area, was simply because of the unique water feature that they have here. And you've got lots of attractions to go visit. You've got the sea life area over here, as well as another sort of seating area where they can just chill out and relax. You've got another giraffe pen here where they can feed the animals and so on. Separate lions. They sort of do a rotation, so these lions will get moved over to there for a few weeks and vice versa, just to sort of give them a bit more free space and everything. And we've tried to sort of build the zoo onto the side of the hill, just because the terrain gives a much better sort of feel to the whole thing. The city itself, it's spread out quite a lot. You've got your sort of out of the way residential area here, which is all low density, and then as you get closer to the zoo, it's starting to develop a bit more. It's not meant to be like a big metropolitan area, but it is developing into that. So you'll get a mixture of the low density, high density, all the way out. And then we've also got the other new development over here. And it's just starting to spread out across the map. But the zoo itself and the safari is the main aspect of the map.
I absolutely love that. That's great.
Everybody's moving in at the moment because I zoned in a bit late. So we're on a low 50, which is not good. 519 residents on the bus routes, as we've got bus routes going around each of the areas. Transportation-wise, we've got a good amount of transportation there, which I'm quite happy about. And then, we've got the wonderful, wonderful night view.
Wow. Just absolutely great. Again, you've done a great performance, and something that I always talk about whenever you're on. You do a great job of working with the terrain and with your water features, as you mentioned, and it just looks absolutely fabulous. Now, something I think is also magnificent is the fact that you not only built into that water feature, but you turned it into one of the single most beautiful things I've seen you seen you do on this event, which is that waterfall. That waterfall is so astounding to me, and you've done such a wonderful job of it. And it also serves as kind of that focal point that anytime you have those larger enclosures, there's normally some sort of backdrop focal point to, as some people in chat were mentioning, kind of show the animals in their quote natural environment. And you've done a great job of kind of capturing that, of how, yeah, it's a little bit alien from the wrong angles, but I think it's like that in a lot of zoos because they build it for us, the people visiting, not for the people on the back end. And I think you've absolutely encapsulated that, because if you're down in the zoo, feels like you're in the wilds, but yeah, raise up just a little bit and it's very obviously a different experience. But I do love it. The night shots even look good, and overall I just have to say, very marvelous job. I am so pleased with what I see, and I think, yeah, excellent showing as usual. And of course, we will look forward to seeing how you do in the votes.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime. That's what we're here for. All right, so let's go ahead and check out our next competitor. Oh, but before we do, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Kiggy85. Best of luck, my friend.
Cheers, guys.
All right, and now we're on to Luca. What's up, Luca?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Yes, you can.
I can.
So,
Moderators, can we just disable that testing thing from the channel points? Yeah, let's just disable that right now. All right, so anyways, Luca, you know the drill. You've got 5 minutes on the clock, and just, you know, take us on a tour, take us on a journey. You've got a great city, so be sure to just showcase all that, and then also just show us a couple of the basics, such as your population number, your traffic percentage, and even if you have any transport ridership.
sure thing. So we have 4,720 people. This is not the biggest city, but my cities don't tend to be that huge anyway. We have a traffic flow of 82%. So all the people that were saying at the beginning, this is not gonna work and it's gonna be a gridlock. No, it is not a gridlock. Even though we do have a lot of very, very dense, high density commercial here, it's completely fine. We have transport. Yes, we do. We have a beautiful tram line, which we have 2 tram lines actually. And because it's fairly new, it's still saying 57, but I swear I've seen more people there. Plus, where can I see the numbers for the intercity buses? 121. There we go. So we're getting a few people with the intercity buses, and soon we're gonna start to get a few people with the trains as well. So now we're gonna start with city. We're gonna end with the zoo. So the city itself, as I've said earlier, is based around the concept of a city based around cycling. This basically used to be your average American city before the government here decided that it wanted to start embracing the cycling infrastructure, and so they did. So they have decided to divert the highway, which, as you can see, used to go straight through the entire area, through that ditch, and now all of those poor drivers have to get off the highway here at a very reduced speed, as we can see here. We have low speeds across the entire town, and then immediately actually stop to pedestrian traffic, which I think is wonderful. We have visual indicators on the more busy intersections of where the cycle paths go through. That is something that you're going to see in a lot of, bike-centric cities. Then here we have the general transportation hub. We have the depot for the trams, of course, which are very important and very much beloved in the city. We have this, which I think is absolutely great. And we have a train station, which has not got any use yet, but I think it's gonna get some use soon. So we have 2 main arteries for the trams. The one line that terminates here, one line that terminates here. You can probably follow them. They just kind of drift together until they get to this merging point here, where I kind of felt like doing something spicy and weird. So we have this spiral where the trams kind of just split and, get together, because we had to go over that road anyway, so I might as well do something.
That is
specific.
Wonderful. I've never even thought about sending trams like that, but that works really, really well.
Yep. So here we can see where the highway used to go. It's now a very, very intensely used cycle path that connects the suburbs to the center of the city. Sadly, sort of sadly, the ridership on this cycle path has been greatly reduced by the introduction of trams, which actually makes sense if you think about it. It's just way faster to take the tram. But speaking of motor traffic, we really put it down to a minimum, and I've done that through mainly separating the city in two. So it is very hard to move between these two parts of the cities. You can only do that through here, or through no. That is just that you can't go through here. These are just for trams and service vehicles, and here. So like you can't get anywhere. You can't change between the two parts of the cities unless you go through those 2 points, which makes you ride the bike more, sort of. Then if we
With
follow
60
along-
seconds left, do you have a zoo to show us?
Oh my god, oh god. This zoo, this is entrance of zoo. Bike racks if you want to put bike. Stop for tram if you want to take tram. Zoo entrance. Thingy for things. You can see water people. Enclosure. Lake. Entrance number 2 with very cool bridge system. I really like this. Path. Enclosure with nice views. Tax office, because I think it looks like a nice little zoo kind of thing, like some sort of museum. Then here we have a thing, and that is about it. Also, cycle path that goes all the way up, and viewing spot because I think this is a nice view. Done.
All right, and with 6 seconds to spare, yeah, you're making chat worried. Everyone's like, Luca, zoo, Luca, is there a zoo? So that was pretty funny.
Zoo.
You should have seen chat. You'll see it in the VOD, I'm sure. It's pretty funny. But honestly, I love what you've done. You have a nice zoo there. I do love the unique factor that you have, too, of actually, and I do love the city part where you have it to where they're rededicating and saying, hey, you know what? No more highways going through the center of our city. We're going towards cycling. We're kind of embracing nature. And I feel like that really does kind of work in tandem very well with the zoo theme. I think it absolutely works very well in tandem. And honestly, overall, very well done. A smaller city, but a good one nonetheless. But really quick, I do need to see your population.
That low number there, that one.
Okay, it'll show up on my screen too. 4,000. Okay, that's all I need.
So also, you're gonna I didn't put any specific parking lot in the city. That is something I usually do. Like there is not a single parking lot placed manually in the city. So
Right.
I'm proud of that.
Nice. Well, again, folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Luca_Farini with a lovely little transition town is what I'll call it, with a very lovely little zoo in the back of it. Very well
All
done.
That is, thank you.
Anytime.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the last competition, what Mr. Tommy has done.
Harry IQ, but yes, close enough. There we go.
Oh God!
You're going to get there eventually. All right. And now, folks, let's check out the fourth and final competitor, Harry IQ. What's up, Harry?
Nothing. Well, quite a lot actually, because I've just been in this competition called Season Snap.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Is it any fun?
Nah.
Oh, okay, I won't pester about it then. But anyways, you know what time it is. It's time we have about 5 minutes now for you to kind of take us on a tour, show us the ins and outs of your city. Also, chat is nosy and wants to know some details such as your traffic percentage and ridership for mass transit, if you have any.
Okay. So I'll show you my traffic. Because otherwise I'll just forget probably. So my traffic is 79%, but my population isn't too high, so yeah. And I've not got any mass transit, unfortunately. So yeah. Right, so let's start with the suburbs, I guess. That's the biggest part of the city. So we've gone with a Japan-style build. I think this works well. I always like these low poly trees. I think they kind of blend well with quite a lot of different houses, parks and stuff.
Absolutely.
So so I think a quick way to do that. I don't really like using tree brush. I like plopping down my trees to get more accuracy. So I just filled one in, took a bit of time to make it look nice, and then I just copied and pasted and moved it. And yeah, I think that turned out quite nice. The reason why I think this might question some people. The reason why I had only 2 squares zoned is because I had loads of missing assets, and they would only spawn in if I did those 2. So I did that, and it actually worked quite well with the trees. So I'm happy that it worked out. It is a bit of a grid city, but I just added this part in the end as well, just to change it up a bit. As you can see, we got a lot of trees to fill the space in, so we don't have too many roads. So that's that, and then we come into our safari through this nice little asphalt road here, and through a forest. And as you can see, there's a lot of people, and this thing is just chilling here. And then you've got the entrance to the safari. So I was planning on doing like a gate here, maybe a bit more detailed work there, but I didn't really have time for that. So yeah, it's a safari, so that's why it's so open. I thought that would be a bit easier than doing a zoo, and I think it'll be quite cool. So normally at the start of a safari, you always have the boring animals. So I kind of started off with just like birds and stuff here next to a pond. I put this Japan raft in here. I think that added some realism too, and all the trees around in this little hut here. And then as the path curves on round, we've got some antelopes, I believe, are here, and yeah, so that's that. And then over here we got some deer or moose. The moose. So there's moose here. Got the bushes to like separate each one, so we don't use fences. I think that'll be a quicker way, and so the animals don't go running off. We got a tree in a road. That's a bit unfortunate. We got giraffes here. The reason why I picked Japan really is because of these trees and these ponds. I think they really like blend well together. I think they go really well together. So that's why I looked the pictures on the workshop for these trees, and they kind of look like this. So like next to a pond, they've got flowers all around them, and yeah, I think that fits well there. Then we got elephants, which are just kind of spread out. You just got some trees to separate them guys. And then you've got the rhinos around the side. You got a little shed, like where they sleep and eat and stuff, like that. Over here, I was kind of thinking like this is a spot where you kind of just chill out for like lunch or something. So here you have some like viewing galleries, like looking out into the enclosures, which has some nice views.
Very
and then
nice.
And then I just added these huts in. I think these just work well. You just have these paths to these huts. They could be like hotels or houses or just like galleries or something, like art galleries, maybe.
Or even just
And
like
then
a gazebo to have a snack in, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then yeah, so I've got these buildings here. I was kind of thinking this was like kind of like a hotel place. I thought having a hotel would be weird in the middle of a safari because it's quite short, but I don't know. I just added it anyway. And then this is floating, which is weird. And then we got just these huts. I think these Japanese huts are really well done. I'll maybe, if anyone wants to know these assets, I can share them on Discord if you need. And then
It does look like you're out of time, unfortunately.
oof. All right.
Yeah, 5 minutes goes by fast. It goes by really fast, but honestly, overall, I like what we see. We can go ahead and just see the city as a whole if you want. It's not a big deal, but absolutely wonderful first showing. So now, again, you've done great. I love the Japanese feel that you created. That's definitely very unique. I love the feel of your safari park for the zoo. It's absolutely great, and I was expecting to see at least one safari park, and I was definitely not disappointed in that. And I do absolutely love the fact that it feels organic to the city, because it's just as green in the city as it is in the zoo, and I think that that is really important. Though I do have to ask, what's up with the whale things?
I just added them as a little funny thing. You know, Chris adds ducks into his build, and then these things came along, and these are Japanese assets, so I just thought these would be the nice little funny things.
I like that. So I was just curious. So I was pretty sure it was that, but I was like, is that just like your city's mascot or something? Anyways, folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Harry_IQ. Be sure to check it out and see if that is the city for you. And best of luck in the rubrics and the polls.
Thank you.
Awesome. And now, folks, we are into the difficult part. We're into the vote, and folks, we've got 4 very good builds. We'll be going through the rubric, and of course, now we're going to figure out who you guys think deserves to win. And of course, a quick reminder before this poll goes live, that it is about who you think built the best city, not who your favorite streamer is, even though a lot of people obviously want their favorite streamers to win. This is about who you think built the best city in 2 hours time, with the theme obviously this week of zoos. So who do you think built the best city with a zoo this week? And the poll is now live. There we go. Be sure to make your voices heard. This vote is nice and important, because remember, folks, you guys are enough to swing that vote, because you guys are an equal category as far as the polls are concerned. And yeah, let's go ahead and figure out, I'm going to figure out my rubrics. And right now, already there is kind of a top 2, bottom 2 in the rubrics right now. And it is very, very interesting on this end. That's what I will say. Definitely interesting. No, don't tough one this week. It's definitely a tough one. I'm voting for my favorite streamer, Kazgem, but that's also because he won my vote legitimately, so tough. I know, right, miss, and nothing about that bribe I sent you. You did receive that bribe, right? This is very tough. It is a toughie this week. It's an absolute toughie. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Also neat build. Very neat builds. No, Garrett people should vote legitimately, not just to mess around. He is joking. He's joking. Sorry, my favorite streamer, Kazgem. Yay! Voting is open. Put your vote in. Yeah, put your votes in, folks. Put your votes in. There you go. Vote Polyphony. Yes, Polyphony for president. Commas are important. Ah, favorite streamer, Kazgem. Yeah, commas are important. See, miss, you got my hopes up. You got my hopes up. Anyways, so man, this is going to be a toughie on here, but it looks like for the most part, yeah, chat is forming a top 2, bottom 2 as well. That is not terribly shocking. Not terribly shocking at all. But man, this is going to be a close one regardless. Be sure to make your voices heard, folks. Vote anyone but Polyphony. No! Mark off Kaz, promotes Kaz on the bingo card. JBS, I actually got that earlier. You missed out. Will say it's super close. And folks, as these votes come in, I will remind you, and also thank you. Thank you to everyone who has participated with subbing. Thank you to those that gift. Thank you to those that are signing up on Patreon. Be sure to go visit the Patreon page. There are going to be some rewards over there soon, exclusive to patrons over there. And then also be sure to hop into the community Discord. It's not just about cities and Snap anymore. It's about cities in general. So I would definitely encourage you to check that out sometime. Definitely check it out. And then, oh, this is close. This is really close. Really, guys? Really? Why are you guys trying to make this close? It's like you guys like doing this on purpose. It's like you're doing it on purpose. See, is that voting overlay? Oh, that's right, folks. And remember, if you, for some reason, cannot use the voting system, be sure to type /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, or /vote4 to get your votes in. There are my top 2. This was hard. Yeah, it's very hard. Wait a sec. Gerardo say he looked like an eagle from that view. It kind of does. It kind of does. Kind of sort of does. Remember, /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, or /vote4. Really, guys? Tying the chat vote? No! Stop doing this to me! No! You guys tied my top 2 as well. Stop that. Just stop that. Oh, we have another tie. Oh, are you kidding me? You guys. Great work, Shadow. I'm proud of you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I don't want... Good job, chat. Really? Yeah, I agree. Like, if anyone's gonna tie, it's those 2. Oh... Oh, it's never close with Taraja. He just gets robbed, that's all. He doesn't get robbed. It's super... It's literally tied right now. Oh, how are you doing, Ptolemy? He never gets robbed. Oh, man. All right, can we have two... hang on. Yeah, it's a tie on my end, too. Hang on. Announce. Let's see here. All participants... Pause. I have an idea. I don't remember voting if that helps. If there's ways to tell if I voted... Yeah, there's no way to do that and keep it legitimate. I got Kaz, no ears on, though. Oh, glad to hear that you're well. Oh, this is rough. Guys, what do you think? Like, I honestly can't choose between them. Like, I actually cannot decide. Okay, here, we're going to pull... Okay, so Kigi and Taradra, you both have performed very admirably, and you guys are both incredibly tied on both the rubric and the chat vote. So, I'm going to ask you guys to read me off some details about your parks.
Okay.
No, just hey, Kigi won. Give it to Kigi.
No, I've got a way to solve this. I want you all to look at your parks for all of the parks that are in your city, and whoever has the most visitors per week is the winner.
How do I find that?
Go to your individual parks. You'll have to like click each park individually and then just add up the numbers. Yeah, just add them up, and whoever has the most between them at that point. Oh man. Because honestly, this is the only fair way to do it, because I literally can't choose between these two cities. You both did too good.
I have 84 total.
84, alright. Kigi, what are you at?
My zoo's getting 90 a week.
Then by a very narrow margin, so Taradra 84 is your final? Then in that case, Kigi 85, congratulations.
Yeah, dude.
That was...
Taradra.
You guys both did magnificent. You're both winners. In fact, Taradra, I'll extend to you. You are going to be a first alternate for the Cities in Snap final at the end of the month, of course. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned. Obviously, if Kiki decides to kick it before then.
Hey, my goal was second. I did a good job.
You guys need to stop tying. You guys absolutely need to stop tying. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and banish you really quick, Taradra. Taradra, really excellent job. I cannot emphasize that enough.
Well done, dude.
You guys need to... One of you guys needs to get better. That way we don't have to settle this. Anyways. Alright. See you soon, Taradra. Alright, and Kigi, congratulations on winning Cities in a Snap. That was... a
tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one. You have no idea, but congratulations on winning in what is... yet another hilariously narrow vote. Like, and when you guys see the rubrics, you'll understand how much pain this puts me in. But I hope everyone has enjoyed it. Kigi, congratulations again on winning. I hope you enjoy this victory, because it was very hard-earned. Very, very hard-earned. And I'm sure you'll see in the VOD why it was so hard-earned.
Oh, yeah, no, I look forward to watching the VOD. I did see the interviews. I watched it on my phone, and what I saw, yeah, Taradra did an amazing job.
Everyone did so well. All right, so I'll go ahead and banish you, because I'm sure that you have adoring fans that would love to chat with you.
Cheers, dude.
All right, and folks, so we do have our winner by an incredibly narrow margin. Again, folks, I want to thank all of you for coming out. I want to say that everyone here is a champion. All of the participants are champions as well. I mean, such amazing builds across the board, and for the first time ever, we have a first alternate for Cities in Snap final, because I just can't manage to give it to anyone else at that point. But folks, be sure to hop in the community Discord. We'll be hanging out there after the event. Be sure to follow on Twitter. Be sure to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be sure to do all of those things. Also, thank you again to my moderators. Thank you to all of those that helped make the event possible. Thank you to those that sub, drop bits, etc. Thank you to the patrons. And of course, until next time, this is Cities in a Snap signing out. There we go. Let's go ahead and raid the winner. There we go. We are raiding Kigi 85. Everyone hop in this raid so that we can go over and say hello to the winner. Again, very hard in victory. Also, I want everyone here to make sure that you go to each of these streams and congratulate them. All of these people have done phenomenal work. They deserve your love. They deserve your adoration. All four of them. They've done well. And until next time, this is Kazgem signing out. See ya!